Hello, hello. Moshi mosh. Hello, everyone. Are we ready? Are we ready for today? Chapter 2, finally here. Somebody make sure we have oxygen on standby for King. I just want to make sure we're prepared in the Twitch chat. Oh my gosh, hello to everyone. Hello to my Twitch peoples. Hi, Miz. Hi, Frost. Charter and K-Ditch, I see you lurking as well over in Twitch. Hello, hello. And as always, to my YouTube crew. Hello to Kara, always holding it down. And hello to Ruby. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining today. You're just here for the articles. I appreciate you, Charter. I really do. Morning, Kay. Ugh. Okay, so last time we went 4 hours and we made it through one chapter. One. So today we will be doing chapter 2, Night Unending. We'll be finishing out Caleb's Homecoming Wings arc. I hope everybody is excited. There's a lot. There's a lot happening. Caleb's chapters really are one, hi, Caleb's back, emotional fallout for MC, but also from my perspective, for the Love and Deepspace main storyline, Caleb's arc is where we really start seeing Infold and their writers throttling the Ever conspiracy storyline. This is where we really start kind of getting that sensation of, oh yeah, no, Ever's into everything and Ever is the root of all evil. Like, there's other stuff at play with all the other boys and their arcs, but it's basically all roads lead to Ever and their fuckery. They are the umbrella corporation of Love and Deepspace. I think that's the best way to describe it. So I am super eager to get to close out Caleb's arc and then continue on. We still have a lot of ground to cover. Just checking on this, making sure that's sitting okay. Waking from the dead, Kara. Yes, there is quick question for both my YouTube and my Twitch folks. How many of you, and it's okay if you haven't, I'm just curious, how many of you have actually made it this far in the main storyline? How many of you will be seeing this chapter for the first time? I'm just kind of gauging. I just want to gauge everybody in terms of where they're at and what I can talk about, because I don't want to talk about something and have you go, Mama, I have no freaking idea what you're talking about and this makes no sense, but it's certainly insightful. Okay, so Frost, you've completed the whole main story. Kara, how about you? Have you made it all the way to the end? Ruby? Charter's made it to the end. Cool. Okay. K-Ditch has made it there. All right, and Miz, you're up to Xavier's part in the most recent drop. Got it. Cool. Okay. And Kara's you've played through. Okay, Kara. Okay. So I may do some theorizing, as always, for anybody who has not joined us here on our Void Side chats. Hello, side note, I am Mama Void, the other half of the Love and Chickspace podcast. And here on Void Side Chat, we are all about story, character, lore, analysis, simping and getting far too emotionally invested in a bunch of digital boys and their lives and the trauma they're in. So currently we are working our way through the main storyline. We have, of course, hit Homecoming Wings. We're on chapter 2 there. We will be completing out the entire main storyline on our journey. And once we hit the end of the main storyline, I'll be diving into the five-star memories, as well as the myths. We'll do some myth playthroughs. We'll be diving into the world underneath, the anecdotes. We are going to mine this game for every ounce of story that we could possibly get. And we're gonna theorize, we're gonna sob, we're gonna laugh, we're gonna go holy shit, but we will tease out all the different things that we can from this wonderful story that we've been given. And you might hear me completely overthink a lot of it and go into dives about, hey, this symbolism of red versus blue, and also, shall we discuss time as a villain? You know, that fun stuff. So if that sounds like your kind of party, we're super chill, we're a little unhinged, and we're all kind of cute. If that sounds like it's a good time for you that you'd like to hang out with, make sure that you are subscribed in YouTube or following me in Twitch, so that you can keep up. This is a very regular stream. It's Tuesdays, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern every time. Unless I'm dying, which hasn't happened yet. We're a little unhinged. We're here for a good time. Oh, you just woke up from a nap, Kara? Well, Caleb would like to drug you back into sleep for your own good. And that's okay. We may be discussing the morality a little bit of Caleb's decisions. But Caleb has a lot. There's a lot to Caleb. He's a very highly nuanced character. There's a lot of layers to him. I really adore his design, and what they've done with him. So we will unpack all that is Caleb. King has already hit his simplect in the Twitch chat, I see. Don't worry, honey. We will inspire you more. Oh, Frost, honey, you'll make it through, I promise. Okay, so we have a lot to get through. It's going to be fun. We have reached the part of the story where Caleb has drugged MC with cold medication. Kevy is in the wind. Mia is still in the hospital. Ever's doing shady shit. The fleet's in cahoots. So let us begin with the fallout, shall we? Let's get into this angst, because it's going to be angsty, guys. Today is an angst podcast. We are going to be dealing with some emotional fallout from MC. She is not going to be a happy bunny, y'all. Here we go. Chapter 1, Awakening.
Why are you staring off into space? Mission's over. But hide the blood on your sleeve before heading inside. Since you're a grown-up now, I won't cover for you this time.
No, stay where you are. Caleb. I opened my eyes only to be greeted by warm sunlight on my face. It casts a dazzling, hazy halo. As my vision slowly clears, all I see is the snow-white ceiling above. It was all just a dream. I sigh, rubbing my pounding temples. I feel drained, my body heavy. Last night, I was supposed to act like I was sleeping, but somehow, I got dizzy and actually slept. Random thoughts raced through my mind, and I grabbed my phone. The screen shows I had missed many calls. All of them are from Zayne.
The hospital can't reach his guardians, which could be a problem. I'll have everything arranged by tomorrow night at the latest.
Then I'll bring Kevy to you at that time. Oh no, Kevy! I dial his number, but the call never connects. I put on my slippers and rush to the door while texting Zayne. As I open the door, a barrage of loud news alerts bursts forth as morning sunlight casts a gentle glow on the floor. I change and run into the living room only to smack right into a solid chest.
You're awake.
Caleb's emerged from the bathroom. Steam is still coming off his body. I hold my phone and step back. Meeting his surprised gaze, I feel my heart pounding in my chest. When did you get back?
Around the crack of dawn.
He casually dries his hair with a towel and walks to the dining table. He grabs a piece of toast.
Why are you in a rush to leave?
I come to my senses, scrambling for a decent excuse. Oh, something came up. I won't be back in time for lunch.
You need a ride?
No, I'll be back before the sun sets. Why does that sound like Captain Jenna's voice actress? Is it just me? It might just be me. I freeze, staring somewhat incredulously at the screen in the middle of the living room. That missing kid has been found?
Yep.
He takes a bite of his toast as he approaches me. He places one hand on the back of the couch, his eyes looking over the news.
During last night's operation, they found him in a small garden, not far from the blockade. Oh, and he was holding a fragment of what appeared to be an ether core. He's okay, and the fleet's currently holding onto that shard. If you're really worried, I'll keep a closer eye on his medical updates for you.
Wow, just listen to how desperately casual he's trying to keep this. Like, oh yeah, everything's fine. He had an aether core fragment. We're watching it. It's cool. Nothing for you to worry about. I see. Technically speaking, I should have felt relieved that Caleb found him. But there's this weird tension in the air still, weighing down on my heart like a dark cloud. Once Kevy's condition stabilizes, they should allow visitors, right? I want to see him.
Sure thing, Pipsqueak. But why the long face?
Caleb used to be against me getting involved in anything related to the explosion, yet he's suddenly cool with it. If this whole thing really was just an accident, a series of coincidences, then I should feel okay about it. I'm worried about him. The question I still want to ask remains in my mouth. I take a deep breath to calm myself and notice the faint scent of something metallic. Almost drowned out by the fragrance of his shower gel, it reminds me of blood. I grab his hand. Did you get into a fight during last night's cleanup? Are you hurt anywhere?
I'm A-okay.
I thoroughly check his hands to ensure there are no injuries.
Really, I'm fine. But...
All of a sudden, a cold hand touches my forehead.
Looks like your fever's gone.
I had a fever?
Yeah. As soon as I got back, I heard you calling out to me in your sleep. So I figured I'd make sure you were doing okay. Was it a nightmare or something?
It's nothing. Maybe it's because I've been pushing myself too hard lately. Or maybe it was the nightmare from this morning. Either way, I feel anxious. I glance at Caleb, who's grabbing a jacket. He nudges my shoulder to direct me elsewhere.
Why don't you wash up first? I didn't get a chance to take you somewhere yesterday. Do you want to go out today?
I hesitate, and before I can nod, his phone vibrates.
It's me. What happened? What's going on?
The voice on the other end of the call wipes the smile off of Caleb's face. His brow furrows.
All right.
What's wrong?
Mia passed away.
In that moment, silence extends and wraps around my ears. Sunlight hits the ground, but its chill creeps up like vines and steals my breath. Now, this is going to be a rough chapter because we're not going to shy away from discussing about the ethical and moral ramifications of several decisions that are made in this chapter. And there is a lot to be laid at Caleb's feet. I'm not going to argue that. However, in this moment, I'm going to argue that from my interpretation of this moment with Caleb, I don't think he knew Mia was in play. I don't think Mia dying was on his radar. I don't think he was involved with that. And I think that moment to me reads as him getting caught off guard. Because Caleb is playing 4D chess right now. He's multitasking the fleet. He's multitasking Ever. He's multitasking MC. He's got a lot of pieces on the board, and he's got a lot of things, a lot of irons in the fire, and he's trying to balance multiple competing priorities and threats. His top priority is always going to be MC's safety and health. And so he drugs MC, keeps her in home, keeps her back, keeps her safe inside while the fleet and Ever and everybody are doing what they're doing outside. I don't think he expected anybody to go after Mia. Because at this point in juncture in the story, we spoke with Mia. Mia was okay. This to me always came across as somebody cleaning house and somebody removing Mia from state of play. Also, because Mia and Kevi were so close, if you remove Mia from the state of play, Kevi becomes more controllable. So I think from Ever's perspective or the fleet's perspective, or whatever they're doing over there, I think the decision was made to kill a kid. But I don't think that Caleb was involved with that decision. The getting of Kevi and all that stuff, yes, but it truly does sound like Caleb is taken off guard here. And I find that interesting. Because he's both used as a valuable asset by Ever in the fleet and is aware of certain things, but even in this moment, he is kept in the dark, or he wasn't, how do I say, he wasn't in the loop on. So it's very interesting. Yes, Kara, it's a lot of plates he's juggling. There's a lot of stress happening. There's also the fact that he has a chip inside of his body that is trying to take him over. So the man is being attacked from within and without. And it puts him narratively in a very interesting conflict as a character. And it has us come into question with, what is Caleb's motivation here? What is Caleb trying to achieve? And while Caleb did recognize us when we were on that air platform and he disembarked the plane, I don't think he was aware of MC's movements entirely. And I think our showing up threw some things off for him. And so he's kind of on the back foot and trying to recalibrate and re-equalize. But he never anticipated MC being here in the midst of all of this. So he's had to do some recalculation on the fly. I also like this character moment because Caleb, up in this point, has also been portrayed as this prodigy, right? He's the top person in class. He's the best pilot. He's incredibly brilliant. He's incredibly talented. He's incredibly charming and charismatic and handsome and just kind of, he is the all-rounder. He is, yes, Frost, he is the sun. He is portrayed in this, up until this point, very much in this fashion. And now you have this person who's used to being the smartest person in the room, who's used to being in control of the situation, in a situation where he does not have complete control. And he cannot fully account for everything at play. And I think that bruises him in a lot of ways because he defines his ability to protect MC through his ability to control the situation. The more information that he has, the more in control that he has, the more power he has, the better he can protect MC. It's like that scene from Game of Thrones, that infamous scene with Littlefinger and Cersei. And Littlefinger is talking about the power of information. Information is power. We've all heard this line. And Cersei's argument is power is power. Both are right and both are wrong, but it's an interesting interesting debate on what truly is the most powerful thing to have in the room. Power that is just for power's sake, power through knowledge, power through material gains. Caleb seems to be relying on power in terms of leverage, information, and being able to take all of that to secure himself into specific situations, specific positions. So I found this scene very interesting for that fact, because you see Caleb for the first time really on the back foot, not in control, not aware of all the pieces on the board. Something's happened that he wasn't able to anticipate. Yes, Kay, I think ever tying up the loose end of Mia could either be sending a message to Caleb about his ties outside of the professor's family, as they think she's just a person and not subject zero, right? Probably also because Caleb doubled down with protectiveness as a result. Yes, there's also parallels. So the last stream, when we were doing the first chapter, I mentioned that I wanted all of you to just, in your mind, put a pin in Kevi and Mia. Because for me, Kevi and Mia are not just plot points in this narrative for these two chapters. They are a mirror to me of MC and Caleb's situation. And what happens to Kevi, given what has happened to Caleb, Kevi becomes Caleb's representative, Caleb's mirror, his little double, and Mia is MC's avatar in this situation. And it's almost like looking at Kevi and Mia is like looking at the dark timeline, the bad line. We're in the bad timeline. We're not in the good one. Because that could be what happens if Caleb fails to win, essentially, to keep MC safe. Mia dies and Kevi goes to the bad place. Like, so it's a possibility of what could be happening or a possible future that MC and Caleb can have. And it's very much a message to Caleb, I think. Hi, Loxy. Welcome to the stream. We're just getting started on the chapter, Loxy, so you haven't missed much. We just had the, we just found out that Mia's dead and MC has woken up and realized that she was unable to get to Kevi and that the fleet has Kevi in the Aether Core. So you haven't missed much. Let's see, we have something from Kara. I mean, isn't it Sylus' whole thing dealing with information? But then again, all the guys deal with information in one way or another. Exactly, Kara. Information is very critical here. Information and who has it is I think, a very important theme within Love and Deepspace. Because the more information you have, the more in control you are, the more power you have, but it's what information are they not giving to MC? Because each love interest in a lot of ways is holding something back. They're not telling MC everything. And it's interesting to look at what parts they hold back and what parts they concede. So a lot of things in MC and Caleb's relationship could smooth out in some ways if Caleb opened up more about his own struggles with the chip, his memories about what happened after the explosion. But that's also part of his character arc, his character growth. I mean, you can't have the boys be perfect out the gate. That's not a compelling story. There's nowhere for them to go or evolve as characters, especially in conjunction with MC as they grow together. So Caleb's arc as a character, if we're looking at it from a narrative perspective, he's got to be able to go somewhere. He's got to have things he needs to work on. And for Caleb, from my perspective, and please let me know what you think in the chat, Caleb's arc is about reconciling a couple of things. One, his value and how he perceives himself, in that he believes he only has value to MC so long as she needs him. It's very critical that she needs him, because if she doesn't need him, what is he to her? So she has to rely on him. She has to need him for things. When she stops needing him for things, his foundation gets shaken. He gets insecure. He gets anxious. He tries to tighten his grip even more on her because it feels like she's slipping away from him. He sees himself in a lot of ways as a tool, as a shield, as the knight, as the I block this for you to keep you safe. And he will justify a lot of things, especially his own pain and martyrdom, through the lens of keeping her safe. Which is a horrible mental state, which we know from the anecdotes and other things that we read in some of the tender moments, and we'll get into those later. That Caleb has gone through a lot of therapy. He has not engaged whatsoever with therapy. I love how everybody acknowledges that Caleb needs therapy, is seeing a therapist, it's not doing anything, but he's so damn good at what he does, all his managers are like, we're just gonna look the other way about this. But technically, officially, we should be grounding you as a pilot until you pass a damn psych eval. And I still maintain we need to get him... I still maintain, Nikki, that Caleb needs he needs an animal friend. We need to give him his battle hermit crab. He needs Hermie. This little Gundam with a pilot for a hermit crab. Like, he needs to engage. The man sits in the therapist room, but he is not engaging. Let's see. King says Caleb's biggest issue with MC is how much he hides for her safety. By withholding information and making decisions alone, he keeps her in the role of someone to protect instead of someone to trust. If he opened up about his fears and plans, it would shift their dynamic from control disguised as protection into real partnership, where MC shares the burden instead of being shielded. Yes, King. Yeah, no, Caleb just needs a hug and an animal emotional support pet. Yes, Kara. Caleb would burn himself to the ground. He would emulate, he would just absolutely light himself on fire to keep MC warm. He does not know how to function outside of that role. And the growth of their relationship is Caleb coming to the realization, and this is the other part, that MC loves him as much as he loves her. She matches his freak 9 ways from Sunday. Absolutely is invested. Absolutely loves him. Her possessiveness and her freak squeak is just much more controlled and much more subtle. Also, while Grandma was alive, I don't think she was more nervous about crossing romantic lines with Caleb. But also from her perspective, her biggest concern is being perceived as an adult by Caleb. I think in their beginning reconcile stages, which we're seeing here, she still feels like Caleb sees her as a child, and that is no place to begin a romantic relationship on. She wants the romance with Caleb, but she wants it as a partner, not as a child, not as the thing to protect, not the delicate damsel. She doesn't need him to light himself on fire. She wants to be in there with him, and she wants him to be there with her. Let her fight beside, not behind. So he has a huge character arc to go on in terms of his own self-worth, that being Caleb is enough. Whatever version of Caleb he is, whatever parts that he thinks are too jagged for her, what other parts he thinks are too soft for her, because he's afraid weakness will make her doubt his ability to protect her. His vulnerability and expressing that, both emotionally with her, physically with her, Caleb is enough. And he has to learn that being Caleb is enough in all forms of who he is. And that his value is not on his ability to take a bullet for her. Yes, Nikki, they're an excellent study in traumatic recovery and bonding. Absolutely. That isn't to negate the romance between the two, and this isn't to like dismiss the relationship between MC and Caleb. That is not what I'm saying, and I want to make sure I'm being very clear here. The love between Caleb and MC is very, very true and very, very pure. It's just also lost underneath this mountain of trauma that they both need to like shovel their way through. And so you see the stiltedness between them, and it's about that reconnection. And it's also about rediscovering who they are. MC has to rediscover Caleb post-chipping, and Caleb has to rediscover MC a year after he quote-unquote died, and after she went and recklessly threw her ass into the N109 zone and has been doing all of that. They're not the same people that they were when the explosion happened. They have both been chained and altered by things that have occurred. The revelations about the Aether Core, Grandma, all of this. MC's own identity has been rocked solidly, and she got rocked without Caleb next to her, who has been her foundation and support since she was a child. So she had to learn and figure out who she was in his absence. So they're almost meeting again for the first time, and it's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. Yes, Caleb and MC's bond also mirrors how twins raised through the shared trauma from their own identities. Yes, King, that's an excellent observation. I absolutely agree with that. Anyway, sorry. I told you we were gonna overthink. I told you we were going to talk about this, and there's a lot with Caleb to unpack. There's a reason why that last stream took 4 hours. Holy crap. So, okay. Well, let's pause there for a second. on Caleb. There's more to get through. We can sit here all day, but let's move through the chapter, because the more we move through the chapter, the more we'll have to discuss and really use to be able to take this apart. Oh God, yeah, no. Caleb's third myth is gonna just rip our throats out. It's gonna be Lord. I can't even. I'm gonna sob my way through that. All right, number 2, chapter 2, funeral. According to the documents I read, Mia went into septic shock because of her burns. They couldn't save her. Zayne examined Mia's emergency treatment records, which perfectly matched the fleet's public statement. The medical records are too thorough. It's almost as if they're hiding something. Besides, no one actually witnessed Mia's death. After the academic conference ended, Zayne retrieved a classified file and departed with the medical team. He took these mysteries with him. And once he confirmed my safety, he didn't ask any more questions. As for Kevi, whoever went to such lengths to find him clearly wants him alive, for now at least. Don't be too hard on yourself. But the story doesn't end there. The remains of the siblings' parents were found aboard. I can read. The remains of the siblings' parents were found aboard the small vessel Joseph had taken, which further proves his involvement. The Far Space Fleet stepped in to address public concerns and quickly arranged an adoptive family for Kevi. Everything progressed at an unnaturally rapid pace. Their flawless response is too perfect. It was like watching a chess game where every move had been planned in advance.
Is the explosion incident a result of the fleet's negligence?
Has the fleet taken any steps to reflect on its actions? With a full-scale lockdown fast approaching, are there any new protocols?
Beyond the barricade tape, reporters and photographers with cameras of all sizes gather together. Yet it's eerily calm in front of Mia's grave. When the funeral ends, the crowd disperses. Kevi stands alone by the tombstone, fiddling with the black armband that continues to slide down. His face is smooth and boyish. There are neither crystals nor grief. Kevi, are you okay?
Miss?
He looks up at me, studying my expression before revealing a smile.
Yeah, the professor has been very nice. I'm moving to a new place soon.
The professor? Is he the one who adopted Kevi? I'm sorry, I planned to show up that night, but if I had found you sooner...
It's okay. The fleet found me in the end.
He speaks before I can continue, his expression almost devoid of emotion. He's composed. But I thought you said you didn't want to go with the fleet. Something's still off. Kevi managed to avoid being detected even when they did thorough searches. The fleet didn't find him right until...
Don't worry, miss. I'll be okay in my new home. I'll miss my sister.
He speaks as if he's stating a fact. And why would a person be sad about something that already became a fact? It's as if I'm the only one who's not quite ready to face the reality yet. I push down the sadness bubbling inside me and give him Lucia, who's been cleaned. Here's the plushie Mia left behind. It should stay with its owner. Kevi frowns. He glances at the photo on the tombstone, surrounded by flowers and toys, as if trying to figure out who the person is.
I don't like toys. But because it's from you, I'll take it.
The confusion in his eyes only lasts a moment. When he looks up again, he has that serene smile on his face. After Kevi heads off with his new family, I stay where I am, and then I hear a familiar voice behind me. Caleb tips his hat and sets down a fresh bouquet by Mia's grave.
I'm sorry. Some fleet business got in the way.
It's okay. As your adjutant, it's normal for me to represent you when needed. For a long time, we stand there, silently observing the bright smile on the tombstone.
How's Kevi doing?
He's doing almost too great to be true.
Maybe the kid's just putting up a front. So, he hasn't really come to terms with his family and sister being gone from this world.
That can't be right. The doubt echoing in my mind almost escapes my lips. I slowly close my eyes and calm down. In less than 2 days, Kevi's condition completely changed from what I saw that night. This must be the fleet's doing. It seems an unseen force pushed for the rapid completion of Mia's funeral and Kevi's adoption. Does this mean Caleb knows what's really going on? Many adults struggle with the tragedies such as these. I can only imagine what it's like for a child. Picking up on what I'm saying, Caleb gives my shoulder a comforting squeeze. He looks like he wants to say more, but he just lowers his head. There's a bit of sadness in his eyes.
Don't be too disheartened.
Okay. Ever since the explosion, everything has been wrapped up too well. The wind pushes one of the toys near the tombstone. It rolls and stops at my feet. Caleb bends down to pick it up. He dusts it off, and his insignia gleams silver under the dim light. I play with the hem of my shirt and hold back the questions itching to escape my mouth. I've known Caleb for a long time. I shouldn't doubt him without any evidence.
Let's go. We can relax somewhere else.
Colonel?
The communication device on Caleb's wrist vibrates. He grimaces.
What is it?
There's a large group of reporters outside. They're making a scene.
I'll see what's going on.
Yes, Colonel.
Go ahead. I want to spend some more time with Mia.
Okay. I'll be right back.
Just as he's about to leave, I stop him. I want to ask something. I look into that familiar gaze, letting go of the hem I've been clutching. I smile at him. No matter what happens, I can always trust you, right?
Of course.
He moves his arm, seemingly about to ruffle my hair, yet he stops and instead pats my shoulder. He doesn't want the dirt on his hand to get in my hair.
Wait for me.
As more people leave, the cemetery quiets down. I go for a stroll, walking along a gravel path. I'm closer to the exit. But the questions I couldn't bring myself to ask keep flooding my mind. If the Far Space Fleet were the ones who caused the explosion, what could their motive be? How much does Caleb actually know? Is there some untold story to how he became part of the Far Space Fleet? Is it related to the Aether Core fragment? Is that why the fleet was desperate to get their hands on Kevi? But if it was just about the Aether Core fragment, they wouldn't have rescued him. Unless
the kid has something more valuable.
Oh God, he's back. I said Caleb needed an emotional support pet. I did not mean you, Viper. A cool breeze interrupts my thoughts. I turn around and see a dark figure behind me. He leans against a tombstone, his tongue darting in and out like a snake. Cracks and blotches decorate his face.
In this world, a lot of people want an ether core, but only a select few can handle its power without being devoured. And finding individuals like that is incredibly rare.
It's you again.
You're not even pretending to be surprised.
When he says she can trust him, I think they mean different things. She means to be on her side in her agenda. He means he won't allow her to be physically harmed. Yes, Charter, I think you've hit a very interesting nail on the head with them. In that they're speaking to each other, but they're speaking past each other in some ways. I fully agree with that. Because she means, yes, she's meaning trust in terms of loyalty, that he'll back her play. And he views trust as in, I would never endanger you. I will always keep you protected. I won't let anything hurt you. Trust that I am your shield, I am your knight. I am your other half. Your twin star. Oh, fuck. Oh, X. You always come back in the end. Nikki, it's absolutely your fault for showing me that anime. Even the dog died. Why are you here?
To kill you, obviously.
How lame. Ignoring his bluff, I pull back my gun. Who are you? Are you one of Ever's assassins, or just someone who's interested in the Aether Core?
You managed to avoid the correct answer.
He smirks, his expression showing no sign of being amiable. He holds out his hand to me.
Let me introduce myself properly. I'm Caleb's friend. You can call me Viper.
Viper, I believe Caleb made it abundantly clear that if you ever touch MC again, he would kill you. And you're out here being like, let's have a handshake, homie. Survival skills. He has none. Seeing how I don't react, he shrugs and takes his hand. No, King, no. No, don't, nope. He is unworthy. He is absolutely unworthy. Don't be calling him daddy. Viper, no. Viper, I reject that. I mean, King, you can beg me all you want. It's not going to change it. Oh my god, no! No! No, I reject his application. Oh, god damn. Okay, please hold everybody in YouTube. My Twitch chat has lost their fucking minds. Alright, part of harem application, which you have redeemed, is that you have to make the case for Viper being included in my harem. So make your argument. The floor is yours, King. Is that all you've got? His tongue? I'll give you the tongue. I reject the voice. His voice does nothing for me. Kay, I think tongue was all she had. All they had. Nope, his voice doesn't do anything for me. His voice absolutely... King, compared to Caleb? Compared to Sylus? I'm sorry, no. Sylus had me on the floor in his 4-star memory. I barely made it through. I was a puddle. Can we also talk about Zayne? Even in his non-spicy secret times, his voice is just so good. And you want to put Viper in that category? No, 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 no. No, application denied. Application denied. There are better snakes in the world, and that one ain't it. Viper is, I'm afraid Viper does not qualify to be a part of my harem. Exactly. See, Kara's with me. No, no. Leave, you're gonna leave Viper out of this. I reject that application. I appreciate your sincerity. Viper can remain your pet, but he is not mine. Actually, he violently repulses me. If I'm being brutally honest. Like, the voice actor is doing an amazing job with Viper as a character. The character itself just, just shivers up my spine. Just no. 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 I'm afraid not even piercings can salvage this. Also, that's Nikki's thing. In the words of K-Ditch, not right now, Viper. Please reapply after 6 months have passed. Thank you for your time. Piercings are a Nikki thing. I just, not my thing. I'm not here to yuck your yum, King. If Viper turns your crank and gets you all excited, then he is absolutely yours. And you have him with my blessing and support. However, for me, no. Negative, Ghost Rider. I reject that. Thank you, Charter, for taking care of me and suggesting that I have a drink of water. King, I'm afraid I respectfully am going to have to decline your many harem applications for Viper. It's just not happening. Then you should save those channel points for something that's actually going to work. I did forget to put limits on my channel points. I will be taking care of that after this stream. Now back to the story where my poor YouTube people have been waiting. King, be a good boy. Oh my God, YouTube, I will be right with you. By the way, if you'd like to come over to Twitch and say hello, it's wild up in here. I have a few children that have gone off the rails. Okay, Frost, you also redeemed a harem application. Who are you requesting? Was it Zayne? You were submitting Zayne for my harem? Because Zayne is already in my harem. The God of Annihilation and I are one. Especially in a pool. Oh, okay, you just want me to gush about Zayne for a hot second? I can do that, baby. Don't worry, Mama's got you. I can simp on a dime. Can we talk about that man's shoulders for a second? Oh my God. Let me tell you, like all the time, I just wanna, if he were real, I would literally be on him like a freaking backpack all the time, just holding on to Zayne and being like, carry me everywhere as I cuddle your back. Oh God, yes. And then, I'll be with you in a moment, King. You will wait your turn like a good boy, and then Mama will be back to you. Also, I will go on this hill that Zayne has some of the prettiest eyes in the game. Like, seriously, beautiful eyes. And the voice. His secret times are just so sweet, adorable, and spicy all the time. I love it. And he's so husband-coded. Like, Zayne is so husband-coded, and I love that for us. Especially in that 4-star memory that we just had for the promise, y'all. What other, like, the fact that he's like, hey, honey, I brought your drink and your limited edition toy, and now I'm gonna defend your honor, like, please hold. It was so, like, I would make out with him on the spot. Oh, yes, like, you just want to sleep on him. We are not mad about this at all. But to go back to the other, King, I understand that you really like Viper and would like to be a part of my harem. However, unfortunately, I reject that application as he doesn't do anything for me, and that can be frustrating. Feelings are big and hard to control. And that frustration and upset is absolutely valid. However, that does not justify you throwing a tantrum in my chat and spamming harem application when you don't get your way. Mama's very disappointed in your behavior right now. And I know you can do better and be better, because you're my goodest boy. So be a good boy and listen to Mama. And calm down. Also, Charter, like, as Charter points out and everybody else points out, Caleb would fucking kill Viper in a second. That's not hot. And how many seconds was that? You are the goodest boy. You're Mama's goodest boy. Oh my God. My Twitch chat has lost its mind. Okay, now, if my Twitch children can keep it together for 5 minutes, my YouTube children have been sitting very kindly waiting for your shenanigans to keep it together. So, back to the story that we're all here for. My sincerest apologies, YouTube. I hope at least their shenanigans are entertaining. I feel like I'm herding cats. Kara, I am so sorry. I hate being sick. I wish Zayne was there for you too. He could cuddle you, give you soup and macaroons. Neko. Welcome to my chat. Welcome to Twitch. This was such a great first impression for me on someone new. Hello, hi, welcome. Unfortunately, I had to discipline a little bit. I'm my sincerest apologies. I swear to God, we're cute and unhinged, but we're not so bad. We're fun over here, I promise. But sometimes my channel rewards, I forgot to put a limit on them. Okay. All right, back to the story. Swear to God, we're gonna do this. We're gonna get through chapter 2, I swear. Oh, YouTube chat, I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. Back in it. Are you implying that what happened to Kevi was caused by his ability to use an aether core?
Don't be too suspicious. Though, seeing you be manipulated like this is annoying. I'm here to lend a hand. Don't you want to know what the fleet and Caleb are really up to?
What makes you think I'll believe you? When I express my doubt, he's caught off guard.
Fair point.
While we're talking, the faint hum of a car drifts from the cemetery and extends over the wall. I look in its direction. The rear window slowly goes down. Kevi waves at me, an iron fence between us. I can't discern who the person next to him is. It's probably his new guardian.
What a lucky kid. Saved from the fate of being a normal person. It's better to dance to the tune of the strong than live a plain life. A pawn is still a pawn, but they have a chance to survive to the end of a large chess game.
What have you done to him?
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
A hint of mockery flickers in those gray eyes that are fixed on me.
Don't you care about him? Go and see for yourself.
Without realizing it, I catch a small, shiny object that was hurtling toward me. I open my palm and see a uniquely shaped disc.
Tomorrow afternoon, Chel 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. See you later.
That figure sways with the wind before instantly vanishing like mist. Dude, we were that close to the end of that section before we got derailed. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay. We're going straight into the next one. Chapter 3, Lurking. Chel 7, 93rd Azure Way Road. A beautiful and secluded villa sits in a white veil. It's impossible to tell whether the building is surrounded by mist or flowing clouds. Thank you, Charter. I needed a drink. The signal jammer Viper gave me allows me to silently scale the back wall and enter the courtyard. The trees' shadows cast diagonal lines across the grass and meticulously trimmed shrubs. The wrought iron fence enclosed the entire space resembles a carefully crafted prison. What exactly does Viper want me to see? Walking around a tree's shadow, I notice a familiar figure standing in the center of the garden.
Miss, you're visiting me.
He smiles, seemingly perturbed by my sudden appearance. It's nice to see you again, Kevy. I respond with a grin that holds an equal amount of warmth to his smile. Is this your new home? Is everything okay?
The professor said I'd finish my coursework here. He thinks I'm talented, but I still have much to learn.
As I move closer, I find that Kevy is holding a brightly colored bird in his hands.
I found it in the garden.
He pinches its talons and watches the small bird struggle.
If I break its wings, it can stay here forever. It will die very quickly, though. The professor said if we damage the bird's neuromuscular system, it won't be able to fly, but it will believe it can.
Oh no. Oh my god. And now my fur child is getting in on the act. I have absolutely lost control of this stream. The professor says.
Slowly, it'll get used to its life on the ground. The bird will then forget that it's supposed to fly.
A bone-chilling voice, tinged with childlike innocence, sends a shiver down my spine. Kevy, who is the professor? What's he like?
I can't tell you. You're not my family.
Family, huh? Do you remember Mia? After the fleet found you, did something happen? Can you tell me?
My sister? She's dead. The professor said it's wrong to be sad. I shouldn't be sad. I'll have a lot of brothers and sisters, and I'll be strong. I've always believed when you lose a loved one, you're supposed to be sad. But miss, I don't feel that way at all. Should I be sad?
Kevy's fingers inadvertently relax, and the bird uses this opportunity to flap its wings and soar into the sky. He lowers his head, tears falling into his hand. A confused expression appears on his face again. I touch his shoulder, ready to speak comforting words, but a faint, mechanical noise catches my attention.
System error. Attempting a second reboot. The primary personality is attacking the control program.
My gaze flickers to a thin metal bracelet on Kevy's wrist. It emits a faint blue light.
No, no! It shouldn't be like this!
Kevy, are you okay? Can you hear me? But no matter how many times I call his name, Kevy doesn't respond. He stands still.
I shouldn't be... I shouldn't forget.
His sentences are fragmented. It's as if some program is taking over his mind.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
In the blink of an eye, his gaze focuses on me again. Before he can wipe away his tears, he smiles at me and slowly shakes off my hand on his shoulder.
Miss, you're visiting me. That's good. It's time for you to go. The professor will be here soon.
My chest tightens all of a sudden. Is this what Viper wanted me to witness? Did he want me to see Kevy being manipulated to the point where his memories are being rewritten? Could the fleet be behind this? Or maybe someone's coming. As the sound of footsteps draws closer, I jump over the wall and hide in the bushes.
Did something happen, Kevy?
It's nothing. The bird just flew away.
The composed, slightly exhausted voice speaks again.
I see you're struggling to restrain the fragmented consciousness that isn't yours. Those memories, emotions, and feelings don't belong to you. Don't let them consume you.
All of a sudden, the air goes still. Then...
Was that girl, Mia, also part of your plan?
My heart races all of a sudden. From just beyond the wall, I hear Caleb's voice.
She didn't show any signs of transformation. So why?
You're overthinking it. For normal people like her, we don't need to get too attached. Letting your emotions run wild and blaming yourself for every little mistake, it will only hold you back.
Caleb is here? It feels like I've been splashed with cold water. A chill runs down my spine as I try hard to stay calm.
How is everything going on your end?
We'll soon be done with cleanup. As for the salvaging process, we'll pick up the pace.
The plan will be starting again. You must ensure she doesn't interfere with it. Otherwise, I won't be able to keep this a secret for much longer.
She won't.
Stepping outside the gate to the garden, Caleb senses something. He stops in his tracks and turns around. All the windows lining the corridor reflect the reddish sunset as they converge at a single point.
What's the matter?
It's nothing.
The fleeting figure appears to be a trick of the light. He averts his gaze, observing the layers of fog which cover the outer wall.
If that day truly comes, and she discovers everything, I'll keep her hidden. She'll be in a place where no one can find her.
Despite my extended leave status, my urgent message doesn't raise any eyebrows among my colleagues in Special Operations. After requesting support regarding Kevy's condition, I also informed Captain Jenna of my deduction that the spatium core fragment had likely fallen into the Far Space Fleet's hands. In response, she repeatedly emphasizes Skyhaven's complex situation and would rather miss an opportunity than allow me to attempt a risky reacquisition mission. I promised multiple times not to act rashly. Soon enough, Andrew's search yielded preliminary results. Unsurprisingly, looking up Far Space Fleet and mind-controlled ships gave no results. Of course, I understand. As I end the call, the clamor of traffic fills my ears. Above me, interwoven orbital tracks gleam like flowing streams of stars. The bustling scenery around me feels surreal. The moment I stop focusing on work, all the thoughts I've been pushing down start to rise up. Caleb wasn't just aware of the Far Space Fleet's actions. He also might have been involved in this scheme. consistently vague whereabouts and high classified cleanup be part of it? And what happened to the siblings was definitely not an accident, as the professor claimed. One thing's for certain. Even if Mia's death was an accident, the fleet deliberately took Kevi. The fleet must be using some kind of chip to control Kevi and Joseph. They probably have goals that extend beyond obtaining ether core fragments. I lower my gaze and notice a metallic glint from my pocket. The necklace I had gifted Caleb still adorns my neck. Amidst the chaos these past few days, I forgot to return it. And in my coat's hidden pocket is a new stealth monitoring chip I brought from Special Operations, just in case. Forgive me, Caleb. After a few minutes, I finally pull out my phone and dial Caleb's number. That's a very interesting question, Kara. Does MC and Caleb have a mental link to each other? At this time, I'm going to say no. But I do feel there is a connection there. Especially given Caleb's second myth with Android and the discussion of they were born from the same source. They're always paired together, 01, 02. Even in this life, they treat Caleb as a extension of MC as a way, like, well, we don't have her, but we have him at least. So there is, I don't think they're mentally linked, but I do believe in some ways they can sense each other. I don't think we're going to get a full definition of their link till maybe the third myth. That might shed some more light on their connection. But I think they're just hyper aware of each other. If I were to define it right now, I don't think it's like, say, Sylus and MC where they're sharing, part of each other's souls, or with Rafayel where she has the heart of a god. There's a connection there, but we haven't defined it yet. And I am intrigued and hoping that in the third myth we will get more of a hint or discussion about the connection between the two of them.
What's up?
Nothing really. I just wanted to tell you my extended leave from the association is ending. I'll be heading back to Lincoln soon.
Has the date already been set?
No, I've been in Skyhaven for a couple of days and got caught up in all sorts of things. I haven't had the chance to properly spend time with you. When will you be free? Is right now good?
Sure. I'm ready when you are. Do you have a place in mind?
I look up. A nearby tower, the Aerospace Center, looms over me, its spire piercing the sky. Moonlight gently shines over it. It used to be Caleb's stomping ground back when he worked at the Deepspace Aviation Administration. The serene scene changes as holographic advertisements dance among the clouds. Head over to the Sunset Promenade on the Aerospace Center's outer ring to witness a Type La supernova thousands of light years away. Why am I having such difficulty reading that sentence? Oh, Mama's gonna take a sip of water. That should not have been that hard to read. I heard there's a supernova today. It's not every day we get to see that, right? Let's check it out. Meet me at the Sunset Promenade in an hour. Chapter 4. Annihilation. Stepping off the shuttle platform, I see the scenery of the main island unfold before me. As night descends, the ring-shaped net encircling the tower glows like a planetary ring. Amidst the flowing lights of neon signs and holograms, people eagerly discuss the upcoming supernova they'll witness.
What will happen to the big star, Mom?
Maybe they'll... I'm not sure. I'm sorry, honey.
A memory that lay dormant for so long awakens and envelops my thoughts. Caleb, you have another project?
My science teacher wants us to build models. Everyone's either doing the solar system or a black hole. It's boring. Do you remember the supergiant Gran showed us? The one that's 2,300 light years away? Its supernova will be the one our generation has the best chance of witnessing firsthand. I want to see it.
Oh, I remember. Didn't she also use it as an example? She said that no matter what difficulties we face in the future, you should protect me. It's like how a ring system protects its planet.
Gran never said that, though. Are you just remembering what you want to hear again?
I do appreciate how Caleb constantly calls her on her shit. But she did say it.
Actually, Gran said that powerful stars are destroyed by forces from within. Meanwhile, fragile humans need to endure outside forces. We don't need to face the future alone, though. It's like how planets and their ring systems are born together. They'll also fade away together.
I basically said that. Anyway, you have to help me finish this week's extra reading assignments. I come to my senses. This place is crowded, and everyone is trying to find the best spot on the Sunset Promenade. Someone steps on my foot. As I try to step to the side, I lose my balance and stumble into an unexpected embrace.
Sorry for the wait.
A hand grabs my wrist. I look up and see Caleb's slightly amused expression. Caleb.
In Skyhaven, you can catch a glimpse of cosmic wonders every now and then. Though this is the first time I get to see a supernova. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Why is he acting like nothing happened? Why is it always so difficult to understand what he's thinking? Caleb grins and leans in.
Where'd you go today?
I just walked around.
This place is packed. Hold on tight. Don't get lost, Pipsqueak.
I'm not a little girl. Caleb, slow down. He grabs my hand and walks quickly, yet his grip is firm. It reminds me of when we were in school. He always held my hand like this back then. For a moment, I'm stunned. I start to question if the voice I heard this afternoon is really his. How could Caleb change? No, he hasn't changed at all. If anything's different, it should not be him. As I watch him walk, a bizarre idea pops into my head for no reason. Is there something inside Caleb that's controlling him? Is it changing him?
Over here.
On the edge of the viewing platform, Caleb discreetly moves to stand behind me. He acts like a shield from the bustling crowd. Below the glass floor, clouds ripple like waves while a hologram appears to start the countdown. We can see Skyhaven University's clock tower from here. And look at all those fighter jets over there. Is that the aerodome for Aerospace Academy?
Yep. With exams on the horizon, I bet a bunch of my juniors are preparing themselves for some serious cramming.
The last time I visited Skyhaven University was for your graduation. Time flies.
It sure does.
Do you regret it? Caleb leans on the railing, turns to me and smiles.
Regret what?
Being admitted into the Aerospace Academy and becoming those 1 in 10,000 deep space fighter pilots. I hesitate, unable to find the right words. You're on an entirely different path now. It wasn't one you chose in the beginning.
Stuff changes all the time. It's fine. What about you? When you were a kid, you nagged me about using my evol to hold you up high. You even insisted I launch you into space. Do you still dream about exploring the universe?
That's just nonsense kids say. Caleb raises his head. There's a fleeting sadness on his face. I almost wonder if I had imagined it.
Back at the shelter, I remember you said your home was beyond the stars. But we couldn't even get past the walls and barbed wire.
Oh, that's sneaky as shit, Infold. Oh, that was a throwaway line. Oh, home behind the stars. That is such an easy throwaway line. I can't say anything, miss. I can't say anything because you haven't finished the damn main story. Oh, they knew what they were doing. Oh. That line mattered, I'm just saying. Yeah, the teachers always said the outside world is dangerous. We're too little to go out. Though when you're cooped up in one place for so long, the outside world can be more appealing than ever. Yet all we could do was hang out on the rooftop and count the fighter jets flying past us. I once asked you about why they would crash and if the old railroad by the shelter led to the sea.
The fighter jets crashed because they got attacked by wanderers. As for that railroad, at the end of it is a patch of weeds. We'll figure out everything about this world, one step at a time.
Really? I'm starting to think some people's hearts are more mysterious than the world itself. Like you, for example. You're a walking vault of secrets right now. I can't tell if my thoughts are written all over my face to the point where he can see everything. I look into his eyes and hope to receive an acceptable response.
Well, Pipsqueak, since you're interested in secrets, there is one thing.
Which is? The noisy crowd suddenly falls silent, and dazzling lights fade into the night. The hologram's light continues to glow like water. Only the countdown remains. He grins at me, his voice as serene as a passing flock of birds.
It's starting.
The people around us look toward the sky, but his gaze remains fixed on me. I almost lose myself in his eyes. After a moment, I find my voice and flash him a smile. Oh, right. Close your eyes. I have a surprise for you. I pull out the necklace from my pocket and put it around his neck.
Who gives the same gift twice?
Okay, but who lost a precious gift from others? If it disappears again, there won't be a next time.
All right. I promise I won't lose it again.
Suddenly, a distant ringing fills the sky.
That's gotta be the supernova.
It's beautiful.
We can't help but raise our heads. We gaze at the flames. Although it dazzles from the farthest reaches of the universe, a single star has fallen apart. Spanning time and space, a foreboding sign emerges and enters our vision. The electromagnetic radiation from the supernova will persist for some time. To protect Skyhaven, a floating city powered by energy, aerial shields have been activated above us. After we witness this brief brilliance, night descends onto the cityscape once more. Tonight, Caleb will go out again. According to him, Skyhaven's lockdown will be over soon, along with the cleanup. I say goodnight to him in advance. Then I enter my bedroom, draw the curtains, and force myself to close my eyes as I rest on the bed. Kara, I've seen several fan fiction that posit that same question. If the supernova that they're witnessing, that is the result of the supernova from the myth of Caleb and MC. I think it would be interesting if that were true. And also just an additional layer of tragedy on top of all of it. But what are we talking about? This is Caleb. There's nothing but tragedy here. In these dark hours of the night, I eventually hear the door being pushed open. The faint sound of footsteps draw closer. No, Miz, you're not alone. Kara's the same as you. You both are thinking the same thing. Realizing it's Caleb, I keep my breathing steady. As I pretend to be asleep, a gentle touch lands on my forehead. He's gone. Why did Caleb... My mind is in turmoil. I press my hand against my chest, trying to stop my heart from pounding too quickly, and slowly get up. I look out the window and see the night scenery. Then, taking a deep breath, I activate the tracking feature on my hunter's watch. Target is being tracked. It seems Caleb hasn't discovered the tracker embedded in the necklace. With all these complex leads, only Caleb can unravel these mysteries, and he's burdened with countless secrets. When I try to leave, I notice the door doesn't budge. Did Caleb intentionally lock me in the house? I raise my gun and aim at the lock. Without a second thought, I pull the trigger. Badass trigger. Chapter 5, Covert Operation. Ugh. Alright, everybody take a moment. Roll your back. Stretch it out for a second. Take a sip of water. Oh my god. It's ramping up. All the angst. Here we go. Flares illuminate the night sky. They're bright enough to make it seem like daytime. Meanwhile, destroyed streets' lights sway in the wind. Two to three-story steel structures cast looming shadows on the cracked pavement. A palette of dark, cold hues surrounds them. Amidst this desolation, the only source of vibrant color is the orange barricade tape. How can there be a place like this in Skyhaven? Thick wild grass covers the ground, a testament to the years of having been abandoned. Yet these pieces of metal shine as if they're new. Beyond the bars of steel, the faint outlines of various aircraft hint at this place's history. The signal from the necklace abruptly vanishes here. There must be a signal jammer in this area.
Test Site 5 has been cleaned. We will now advance to the East Zone. What was that?
Shh! Quickly now. They won't find us here.
Before I can react, I'm pulled into a makeshift shelter made from discarded equipment.
It's just the rain. We need to keep moving.
I turn around and pull out my gun, only to see a young girl's face illuminated by the light reflected off a puddle. Crystals adorn her skin. She wears a thin dress, but she's unperturbed in such cold rain. In the distance, officers wearing Far Space Fleet uniforms move closer. They're armed and on high alert.
Isn't it weird how these monsters are getting more aggressive? The contamination levels here are extremely high. They're practically indistinguishable from wanderers now. Stay frosty.
Stay frosty.
This batch of specimens is on the brink of transformation. Salvage value at 0%. Requesting confirmation due to the cleanup.
Specimens? Is she one of them? The crystalline growths on the girl's body are similar to Kevy's, but far more severe. She's almost completely transformed into one of the monsters from the N109 zone.
Hey, can you check if I'm still alive? Is my heart still beating?
Urging me, the girl grabs my hand and presses it to her chest. I look down. A fist-sized cavity covered in crystals is in her chest. Within it, a large crystal pulsates and eerily glows in the place where her heart should be. What happened to you? Her skin, drained of all its color as she stands in the rain, betrays the weight of her memories as she cowers.
As I was dying, someone whisked me away from the ward and took off the white cloth on my face. They made a promise. After one experiment, I could live again. Who wouldn't want that?
As she speaks, the crystals creep further up her neck. Yet she appears oblivious to them.
It's a shame. If I passed the test, I could have been the professor's daughter.
Curling up into a ball, she hides her face and muffles her sobs. The rain covers her anguish. The professor, he's the one who took in Kevi under the pretense of adoption.
Professor, who gave us a second chance at life. He's our father.
Seriously, fuck ever. Fuck ever so hard. Like... Oh. Now I know for sure he was the one walking next to Caleb at the villa. He's definitely involved in this experiment, and he must have something to do with the Farspace fleet. The lockdown and cleanup are just to cover. The fleet's true target are these...
Your power. It's warm. And you smell really nice.
Yeah, when crazy people start saying you smell good, PSA, fucking run. Lightning splits the night sky, casting light on this narrow space. She stops sobbing. The girl raises her head and I see her tear-streaked face. Click. The crystals fall. Those dark eyes are consumed. There are only empty eye sockets reminiscent of eye holes in a mask.
Can I eat you?
She seems to lose consciousness, but then her cold fingers grab my wrist.
Your strength. Give it to me.
Sensing her abnormal strength, I swiftly pull back. I use the momentum to throw the girl off balance and force her to fall to her knees. Raindrops trickle down her temple. Her skin is like a human's. I hesitate for a second before reaching for my gun. That single moment costs me, and a sharp pain shoots up from my knee. The crystalline spikes protruding from her shoulders pierce my left leg. My blood mixes with the rain.
I said, you should let me eat you.
It's as if a silent signal has been given. Several figures emerge from the shadows and stagger toward me. Black crystals have almost engulfed every part of their bodies. They're barely recognizable as humans from their outlines. The crackling sound of burning flesh resounds in my ears again. Their silhouettes blur with the ones I remember from the N109 zone. No, those things are already here. They're all here for the Aether Core? As they close in, I have no choice but to fight through the pain. I push the girl away. Holding my gun, I struggle to stand. Bullets cut through the rainfall and pierce the legs of two figures at the front of the group. However, they don't stop. Gritting my teeth, I aim for the shoulders of these people. Another shot rings out and the girl's twisted convulsions come to an abrupt stop. But I didn't pull the trigger. The figure before me dissipates into energy particles. It's similar to how a wanderer disintegrates after death.
I found the missing specimens. Stop them.
Several lights shine harshly, and I hear the... Miss, why are we redeeming Nikki's revenge right now? Is this the Mama, there's a battle coming up after this chapter and I want you to play it off auto? Is that what that was? As you wish, my voidling, as you wish. Please hold, let me get through this. Several lights shine harshly, and I hear the synchronized sound of guns being drawn. A bullet whizzes past my ear, yet those people who have been shot multiple times continue to lunge at me. Amidst the howling winds, the space in front of me distorts. A vortex appears, sucking in and tearing apart two of the three looming figures. What is that? The rain stops, and the smoke from the guns and crystal particles appear to be suspended in time. Through the veil of raindrops, an indifferent face gradually comes into focus. Raindrops are deflected away. Caleb. Frozen in place, I don't know if I should call out his name.
What are you doing here?
I should be the one asking you that. I bite my lip before speaking in a more serious tone. These monsters and wanderers are actually what you're cleaning up, right? He takes a step forward and seizes my wrist with a lot of strength.
Now do you see? In this world, there will always be people who want your power.
In a dance of light and shadow, his expression remains indiscernible, and before I can open my mouth, the cries of wanderers fill the air. I avert my gaze. The remaining figures struggle against the vortex, and the metaflux slowly dissipates. As the winds screech, the energy particles coalesce into a large wanderer. It roars before advancing towards Caleb. Caleb, be careful.
You're the one who needs to be careful.
There is no need to be that level of cocky, sir. Jesus. She's expressing some sort of concern for you.
Are you trying to prove you're strong enough to trespass into restricted zones by yourself? At night? You should only do that sort of thing when you're not throwing yourself into danger.
Caleb's really unhappy with Pipsqueak. I'm just gonna put that out there. Alright, normally I would be skipping over this battle and continuing with the story, but somebody redeemed Nikki's revenge. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, my bestie, who is the other half of the podcast that I do, Love and Chick Space, Nikki T, is the battle girly of the duo. I do emotions and simping and all that jazz. Nikki is the battle queen. She is ridiculously good at battle. I am not. I am an auto battle queen, and I am proud of that. Now, when she created her Twitch channel, she created something called Auto Battle Trauma, which I do spam on occasion and force her to battle on auto, and it drives her nuts because she hates auto because it's never as good as she is. And I, being the bestie that I am, proceeded to create a channel reward called Nikki's Revenge. So it was a fair trade, and in Nikki's Revenge, I have to battle. And not only do I have to battle, I cannot battle on auto, I have to battle on manual. So, we're gonna take a pause here. Thankfully, this should go fairly quickly. As this is low level. So, shouldn't be too hard.
You're still injured. Leave this fight. It'll keep trying to pull you in. Be careful. It's okay. You still have me. I won't let you get hurt again. Focus spot. Sometimes I wish you'd let me be your shield.
Okay.
Eat this.
For those of you
Here's
playing
a
the
change
home
in
game.
tactics. Stay cool. It's only got half its health left. You want to do a competition?
Of course. Watch me.
Watch out for the rock spikes. They're locked onto you. That's not right. It's okay. You still have me. Now's our chance to strike.
Requesting ambush.
Once we take out the gravitational core, it won't stand a chance.
I'll show you.
Whoopsies, wrong one. You want...
Whoopsies, wrong one.
Step back. Keep yourself safe. It's charging its ultimate. Time to play peekaboo with the rock spikes. Hide behind it. It's okay. You still have me. That's all right.
Caleb!
No worries. Keep attacking.
Eat this!
A routine attack. Is it charging up for an attack? I won't let you...
I can still go on.
Time to play peekaboo with the rock spikes. Hide behind it. It's okay. You still have me. Wait for my signal. Fire!
Oh, Lord.
Something's changed. Watch out.
Requesting ambush.
Request approved. Start firing now.
Come on.
Focus
Bingo.
fire. Is it charging up for an attack?
You won't...
Target has entered the containment zone.
Pursuing target.
Positions locked.
Oh, God. I
Fire.
love that look every time.
My turn.
Nope, nope.
Time to play peekaboo with the rock spikes.
There's only one
Hide behind
gravitational field I want to play in, and that's not yours.
it. You and I are going to the medical bay.
Hey, I made it through. And I did worse this time than before. But I passed the stage, y'all, and that's all that matters. There's a rotation and some other stuff that's supposed to be happening when properly playing, Caleb. I don't know those rotations. So that was a very poor execution of the Colonel. If you want to see how Caleb is actually properly played, check out my Besties Battle stream on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern, where Nikki does her battle stream. And she'll walk us through senior hunt contests, deep space trials. You got protocol questions, she's got answers. You got rotation questions, she's got answers. You want to know what to do with an overabundance of 4 stars and not a lot of 5 stars and being stuck in hell in those orbits? She's your girl. So be sure to check out Nikki's battle streams on Saturday nights. They're a lot of fun. That is a lot of wetlands. Okay. Back to Caleb being incredibly disappointed with our life choices. Shall we continue? Chapter 7, Dark Side. The fleet ship cruises smoothly in the sky as it's currently on autopilot. It resembles a colossal beast lurking in the night. Outside the porthole, an endless stream of stars flickers like a shimmering wave of light. In the aircraft cabin, Caleb puts me on the bed, retrieving a first aid kit. He sets it down and carefully removes the bloody fabric from my knee. Under the harsh light, blood continues to flow. His gloves are dyed a bright crimson. I look away.
Does it hurt? Are you mad at me?
What do you think? No. As I hear him take out the medicine and equipment, I start to turn around, but then his hand covers my eyes. A fine needle pricks my skin, and the searing pain instantly dissipates. Caleb. I raise my head and look into his eyes. The explosion in the Cascade District was just a convenient excuse to justify the cleanup. Then there's Kevy and Mia. Whoa, Miz, you're going way too fast. Then there's Kevy and Mia. Those were manufactured accidents, too. What have you been doing behind my back? Caleb wipes away the blood from my knee and disposes of the syringe. He retrieves a surgical skin stapler.
What do you think could have happened if I hadn't been there tonight?
Click. The surgical skin stapler leaves behind a faint mark.
I can't bear going through the same pain again. Or do you want me to re-experience that loneliness because I left you?
That's not...
You shouldn't throw yourself into danger anymore.
Click. His fingers touch the stitched area and wipe away the tiny droplets of blood.
Whether those people live or die tonight, it doesn't matter anymore. Anyone who dares to wield power that isn't theirs must pay the price. The explosion was just an opportunity for the fleet to intervene. You arrived in Skyhaven at the wrong time.
Why didn't you tell me sooner?
Would anything change? Would it even make a difference?
He sets down the surgical skin stapler and bandages my wound. Then he calmly meets my gaze. So you kept me in the dark to stop me from doing anything. Did you really think I wouldn't question such protection? Caleb remains silent. I lick my dry lips, suddenly tired of arguing with him. Fine. Once your fleet ship lands, I'll leave.
No, you won't. Since you managed to escape once, we'll be going somewhere else.
He lifts his hand and cups my cheek, yet his fingers are freezing cold.
I will protect you. Until everything is resolved, I need to make sure you're safe and sound.
Oh, look, I think we were drugged again.
Who did the Colonel bring back? Who knows? But since he ordered us to take good care of her, she's probably not a nobody.
With the mission over, Caleb takes me to the special care unit on the Farspace fleet ship. I can't even step outside of it. The walls, white as snow, are adorned with all sorts of medical devices, their multicolored indicator lights dancing incessantly. I don't know his rationale or how exactly I'm being kept here, though I couldn't care less right now.
Maybe she's also getting sent to Colonel.
How is she?
The medical examination is done. We're just waiting for the analysis. But, Colonel, who's the injured?
An important target for observation. Is there a problem?
No, I was just curious. I've never seen her before, so...
I look at the blue and white medical gown I'm wearing. It's ironic. I got labeled as a target for observation. Their conversation draws to a close and is replaced by the sound of familiar footsteps getting closer. I return to the bed and lie down as if I hadn't heard them speak. The door opens silently, and Caleb walks in. The room's lights adjust with his every step.
Morning.
As he nears the bed, the room brightens as if to imitate the breaking dawn. He pulls up a chair and sits down.
How are you feeling?
Oh, absolutely, Kara. Those nurses are, Those nurses absolutely want him. Unfortunately for them, Caleb has eyes for only one girl, and it ain't them. Shall we respond or stay quiet? How pouty are we feeling as MC right now? Because I'm feeling she's pretty angry. I'm thinking we're staying quiet. Yeah, Frost, I think we're staying quiet.
We're in a bit of a stalemate, huh?
Caleb taps the vital signs monitor on the wall, and various data values appear in midair. My heart rate, my breathing rate, everything but my current mental state is right in front of him. Caleb, I need to leave.
You'll be out of here soon enough.
He meets my gaze, his words seemingly admonishing me. When?
Depends on when your vital signs return to normal.
Since last night, I've heard the same response 3 times now. A question takes hold of me. It sends a shiver down my spine. Caleb? It's been a while since I said his name like that. Touched, Caleb's gaze finds mine.
Yes?
When you made me take cold medicine that night, it wasn't just because you were concerned about my health, right?
You already figured out everything, right? Aren't I pathetic?
All right, tolerate or ask? Frost says ask. What do we think, YouTube? We're gonna tolerate his shit, or are we gonna ask about it? Kara says ask. All right, we're all in agreement. We ain't tolerating any of this shit. And this is all just an excuse. You never planned to let me go since the beginning. I've had enough of him not telling me the truth. I take the cup from the table and throw it at him. The cup collides with his body and then shatters into pieces.
Did that help you calm down?
Okay, first of all, don't take that fucking tone with me, young man. The water droplets fall and drench his immaculate uniform, yet his gaze remains unfazed. The person before me stays composed. The Caleb I once knew is gone.
Get some rest. It'll help you relax. I'll check in on you later tonight.
I do not advocate for you throwing things at people or physically harming anybody, but that tone made me want to smack a bitch. I'm not gonna lie. If he had been standing in front of me and said that, did that help you calm down? I probably would have instinctually slapped him. Before I could even connect mind to body, my hand would have just flown. With that tone and that delivery, That's right up there with telling me to calm down directly. I mean, kudos to the VA. He delivers the line beautifully. He is... If there's one thing Homecoming Wings has definitely demonstrated thus far for Caleb's VA is his range and his ability to, like, his inflection and intonation. He's doing an amazing job. Absolutely amazing job. You know, King, I'm so happy that my chat can be a safe space for you to have revelations about yourself. That's all I've ever wanted in life, is a safe space for people to just be themselves and then also learn things that are glaringly obvious to everybody else around them. Chapter 8, Escape. Groggy, I open my eyes again. The world outside has already descended into darkness. A few lights twinkle like fireflies in the heavy mist. I sit up and scan my surroundings, belatedly realizing I'm not at home. Everything that has led up to this moment feels like a surreal dream. The lights? I whip my head around and look out the window again. I can't clearly see what's outside, but in the midst are the outlines of the tall buildings. Since Caleb wants to take me back to HQ, it seems the Farspace fleet ship has landed. It's a starship that spends most of its time in the sky and doesn't always touch the ground. So?
What's wrong? Where does it hurt?
I feel cold for some reason. My head is spinning. I can't see anything.
Hold on. I'll call for the doctor. Ah!
In one swift move, I pick up her limp body, placing her on the bed and tucking her in. Sorry. After putting on the nurse's face mask and uniform, I push the cart along as I leave. Several officers wearing uniforms approach me. I lower my gaze and walk past them. But before I can breathe a sigh of relief, a voice calls out to me.
Excuse me, nurse.
How can I help you? I turn around and make sure I don't stutter as I speak. A fleet officer walks up to me. He frowns as he gives me a once-over.
You're heading toward the armory. Why does a nurse need to be there?
I'm sorry. I thought the pharmacy was this way. I calm down and lie to him without missing a beat. I guess the person who gave me directions misunderstood my question. Fortunately, this explanation seems to have fooled him. He nods and points to the corridor in the opposite direction.
The pharmacy is over there. The armory is a restricted area, so you shouldn't be wandering around.
Okay, thank you, sir. I haven't even taken a few steps when that fleet officer calls out to me again. Wait. Is there something else you need?
You have stabilizers there, right?
He grabs 3 syringes from a box on the cart and shows me the number on his chest.
I'm taking some with me. Write it down on the list later.
He finally vanishes after making a turn around a corner, and my heart finally relaxes. What did he mean by stabilizer? I pick up a syringe from the box and turn it over to look at its label. Drug name, Cybazine. It can be used to combat emotional outbursts, enhance cognitive functions, and help patients stabilize their mental state. Only those with Turing chips may use this. This drug should not be used daily.
You planted a mind control device in me. It's that chip.
The chip. Rereading. Inputting memory.
That chip must be the Turing chip. That fleet officer must also have one. An absurd thought pops into my head. If chip implementation is common in the fleet, then Caleb might have gotten it too. In that case, maybe everything he's done so far wasn't his volition. Could the changes in his behavior also be related to the Turing chip? For a moment, I can't tell if I'm onto something or trying to excuse his actions. A few meters away, a large door suddenly opens. I hear a very familiar voice speak. My heart skips a beat. I retreat and try to hide in a corner of the corridor. Before I can see who's with Caleb, however, he turns. His back blocks my view.
I heard you'll lead the fleet on a patrol through the depths of the Deepspace tunnel in 3 days.
I do appreciate that she's like, oh no, I hear Caleb. Let me stand here awkwardly in the corner and look shady as hell. That'll certainly fool him. Like, I love how she acts like she can totally fake it with strangers and be like, cool, I've got some acting chops and undercover. The second Caleb gets into here, she puts her head in the sand like an ostrich, and it just kills me. Like, all of her skills just go out the window, and she turns into a bit of an idiot. And it's really endearing and kind of sweet, but it's also just hysterical. Like, which way did he go, George? Which way did he go? She's hiding behind a lamp. Like, just, no one can see me because I cannot see you. I'm like, that's not how this works, honey. This is Caleb. This is not how that works. Just, she might as well be whistling at this point. Like, she turns into the meme, just, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. And I'm just like, oh dear Jesus, could you get any more suspicious if you tried? I'm an elite hunter, except right now. Legit, Kara, she might as well just look Caleb dead in the eye and wave her hand and be like, I am not the MC you were looking for. Like, granted, this is also going off of the idea that Caleb wouldn't know her by scent alone. She would just walk past him, he'd smell her perfume and be like, pipsqueak, found her.
The Fountain of Atay is about to enter its next phase. A banquet will be held in your honor before you leave.
I can't attend the celebratory banquet anyway. I have some personal matters to deal with.
The higher-ups gave the order. You shouldn't ignore them.
Caleb doesn't speak for a moment before he responds in a lower voice.
Speculating on other people's thoughts isn't my forte. And since I've taken your place, I can order you to leave. Now.
Okay, yeah, there it is. There's the Colonel voice. The Colonel voice is hot, as long as it's not aimed at me. Just, it's my line, like, woohoo! Just, yes. The authority, just put that person in their place. Just aim it away from me. Aim it at other people. Let me witness it. But don't take that tone with me.
Come here.
Yeah, he clocked her. In the empty corridor, Caleb suddenly turns around and looks at where I'm hiding. I freeze and don't move. A few seconds later, a shadow looms over me and grabs my
Playing
wrist.
hide and seek now? Did you really think you wouldn't be noticed?
I mean, she was doing fine until you showed up. You're a special little bloodhound.
There are eyes in every nook and cranny. Does it look like you can escape?
You were brave enough to bring me to HQ. That means no matter who's suspicious of me, you'll have my back, right? He stares at me for a long time and then laughs. For some reason, an ominous feeling washes over me. Let go of me.
You want to go home, right? I'll take you there now.
From the Far Space Fleet's headquarters to his home, Caleb remains silent. Click. The door is now locked. This is what you meant by safe and sound? Oh, I'm so excited, y'all. We're about to hit one of the best cutscenes. Lowering his gaze, he says nothing. Following his gaze, I find the wound on my knee has reopened.
Doesn't it hurt?
Answer my question first, Caleb. He suddenly picks me up and walks into the living room. I'm waiting for a second, y'all, because I noticed that my bit rate dropped. So just please hold. I don't want anybody to miss something. We're about to hit a very hot cutscene, and apparently my internet decided it was like, no, Caleb is too hot to handle right now. That voice, that uniform. My poor little iPad is having a moment, trying to keep up. Okay. All right, it's saying it's stabilized on my end. Are y'all looking good? Pixelation? Okay, I think we've stabilized. Okay, here we go. Chapter 9. Captive Bird.
Sit first. We need to tend to your wound.
Is the Colonel ordering me around, or is Caleb worried about me?
Do you remember that injured cat you brought back home? Back when we were kids? We kept it in the backyard. But that cat always kept trying to run away before it fully recovered.
I don't want to listen to this.
Do you want to know what I did in response? I got a collar with a bell. I put it on the cat. That way, it couldn't escape without being noisy. If I had that kind of bell right now, I should make you wear it, right?
Oh my god.
Is this how you'll protect me? I just need to be glued to your side?
I know, it's unfair, but...
Analyzing vital signs.
Because of that monster, your wound is infected. Is there truly a way for you to run around without getting injured?
Are you still the Caleb who confronted danger with me? I've had enough of your protection.
If being with me only brings you pain, then just put up with this for 3 more days.
What are you going to do?
Tie up loose ends. And then, all of this will be over. I just need 3 days.
You can see him struggling with the chip.
Out in the field confirm the lockdown will be lifted after being in effect for the Far Space Fleet assures everyone that the explosion in the Cascade District will not happen.
After all this is over, the fleet will return to the Deepspace tunnel. You'll be safe, for now.
In other words, you'll just disappear again and not even say anything?
I'll be gone. Aren't you happy that you won't have to see me then? I'm about to leave. It'd be nice if we had a meal together.
So, I have to listen to the Colonel even when it comes to eating and drinking now?
You can be mad, but don't let it affect your health.
I'm not mad.
Growing up, we knew each other so well. Better than most, even. I could see through your lies when you'd blink, bite your lip, and I could tell you were upset.
In that case, tell me, what am I thinking about right now? I wonder, how did you turn into someone I hardly recognize?
Oh, I know. You're thinking some chip got put into my brain, right? And now I'm no longer who I used to be? What if I told you I was always like this? Your life has threats around every corner. The people who are after your power, who want to hurt you, they should all just disappear. You're only safe when you're by my side.
I'd rather face danger head-on than safely live like this. I don't need you.
You don't need me? Is that what you think? All right. What do you need? You can tell me. We can return to Lincoln if that's what you want. If you want to return to the past, we'll rebuild our old house and move in together. And if one house isn't enough, I'll build you a whole maze. I'll decorate it with everything you could ever want. It will be the most beautiful, stunning garden you've ever seen. No one will be able to find you ever again. I'll protect you forever.
Caleb, you can't just... You're very important to me, and no one could ever replace you.
Really? I always held myself back and endured day after day after day. It was suffocating. But now, I'm tired of playing these games.
There is so much happening. So much happening in that cutscene, in that chapter. It is so fucking layered. And it's hurt on both sides, and neither of them see it. Because she doesn't know, because Caleb's not telling her stuff, and he isn't tracking her 24/7, so he doesn't know everything that's going on with her. And it's just... This man is fighting for his life, and she doesn't get it. And it's not that she's stupid or just not caring about it, because she's only just learning about the Turing chip and what it can do. And Caleb himself is just... This is one of those moments, yeah, Frost, the communication would be absolutely amazing right about now. Like, on the one hand, the scene's hot, don't get me wrong. Like, so much happening there. My little writer brain goes to town, but it's hard for me to simp that moment because I see so many emotional layers and so much symbolism and the ongoing push-pull between the two of them. Like, Caleb is at his absolute limit. He is losing it. This man has held it together through all of it. Just everything. And he's even, like, he has protected her, he has put her wants, her needs, and everything at the forefront of him from the jump. And he has played this he's played this brother role with her for so long. And how do I say this? Depending on your own personal theories and understanding of Caleb's childhood and the experiments that were done to him. And when his path and MC's path officially crossed, and how involved Josephine was with his experimentation, because we know that she was very much involved in the experimentation that was going on to MC. This boy knew nothing but science labs, and then went and lived in the house of one of the very people who put him in that position, and had to smile at her every day to keep MC happy. He lived in the house of his abuser, essentially, and sucked that up. One, to protect MC from Josephine, but also it was the only way he could stay near MC. So he had to live in that house. He had to deal with that pressure there with MC, who doesn't even remember any of it. Has no memory whatsoever. None. Just push. Gone. Doesn't remember any of that torture. Doesn't remember the multiple times she died. Any of it. Hi, Ty. But he does. And this fear of her forgetting him, this fear of forgetting her, I do, Charter. I think he doesn't tell her. I think he doesn't tell her because he wishes he could forget. What good is telling her when not telling her lets her live a supposedly normal life? She doesn't remember it. Good. She doesn't remember the fear of dying repeatedly. And whatever other experiments done to her. That's a gift in a fucked up way, not remembering that trauma. But the funny thing is, and I don't think Caleb's fully connected this, what the mind forgets, the body remembers. So while mentally she may not remember all of that, I firmly believe that physically there's still memories within her body of that kind of torture and awareness. The body, yes, Ms. The body keeps the score. I also think, and now we're getting into a little bit of my own personal theory about the Aether Core and what it's capable of and what it does. I feel like Aether Cores have a certain level of sentience. That's my own personal theory after doing the main story and everything. It just seems to be this slight, subtle implication, especially given Sylus's relationship with his own Aether Core, that there is some sort of mild sentience. And I think, as I said, this is my own personal theory. I personally think that the Aether Core is what took her memories. I think it acted like a mental safety valve and was like, you don't need to remember this. We're just gonna put that over here to maintain sanity and stability. I think the Aether Core, to me it feels like the Aether Core could possibly be in play there as a way to protect her. Especially since we're now getting into parts of the main story where she's starting to remember things, like in Death and Rebirth and the most recent chapter drops. She's now starting to have flashbacks and memories to things that she has forgotten. So I have a personal theory that the Aether Core is a little bit in play with her memory and what she remembers, what she remembers, what she doesn't remember, and what memories are slowly coming back and being assimilated. Yeah, it's hard. The mind wants to survive. So the mind is trying to survive. The Aether Core is trying to survive. The body the body remembers. And in a lot of ways, when you watch MC and how she reacts and what she does, and when she has those intuition moments, I feel like that's her memory coming back. So I think that's in play. And then you've got Caleb. Caleb, who doesn't have the benefit of forgetting. Caleb, whose mind and body and spirit keeps track of all of it. The nightmares he has. I can't even imagine what it would have been like having to, that level of impotence he must have felt as a child, unable to protect himself, unable to protect MC, probably watched her die and forget him multiple times, and he couldn't do anything to stop it because he didn't have any power. He didn't have any control, which also explains his obsession with that right now. But everything from there just spirals out of this wholly pure love that unfortunately gets twisted because of the trauma, because of the need to protect. And he just wants her so desperately to understand. And she can't right now. She's just not in a space to do so, as she's dealing with her own revelations and then dealing with reconciling who this Caleb is in front of her and putting her own self to the test in a lot of ways. And one of the things I do love as we go with the story, and especially with the 5-star memories and the tender moments and things that we're seeing, we're starting to see bits of Caleb. Not the Colonel, not the Protector, but Caleb. Caleb who likes models. Caleb who likes planes. Caleb who's a little bit of nerd and, you know, just casually does things because he can. He saves people not because he's trying to show off. That's just who Caleb is. When he stops that truck with his evol, he's not showing off. He's not doing it to be a hero. That's genuinely who Caleb is. Caleb at his core is a good man. And so it's just, we're starting to see that come back a little bit as it goes on, interestingly, as his relationship with MC stabilizes and he gets more confident in his position in her life as her boyfriend, as her lover, as her significant other, as this truly important person in her life. As his insecurity in that starts to go down, the more Caleb starts to appear in a way. Not the Caleb he thinks he needs to be, but the Caleb that he is. And that's a really fun aspect of his story. Kara, my mind tried to protect me one time, and it was one of the hardest times of my life. I remember I had to push hard to act. Kara, I feel for you. I absolutely feel for you. I have several friends who have been in that position. I myself have not, but I've watched them struggle in those moments and having to deal with the fallout of those kinds of things, and it is rough and a draining thing to be. So I cannot imagine how that felt for you. Luigi, I hope you enjoy your day today, as this is why I have a bad feeling about chapter 2 of the main story of Caleb, because the main character have to ruin it the moment due to her bad behavior. You know, Luigi, I can see that. I can see how you could see that. And also, I am enjoying my day thus far. And hi! Thanks for chatting. Are links okay to share in chat? I do believe so. I don't mind. I don't think I have anything blocking links at the moment. Give it a try, King. And if it doesn't work, I'll fix it for next stream. Looks like not, because I see the 3 little dots. So I don't think a link went through. I'll work with Nikki to figure out how to fix that so that those things work next time. I'm so sorry. And I know, y'all, we got to get a Discord. I know Nikki and I are working on that. We're figuring that out so that you guys can share stuff and talk. But yes, okay. Let us close this out. Chapter 10, Crossroads. Oh, yes, before I begin, I see a question in the chat. What is it, Frost? What is your question, dear? While I wait, I'm going to take a sip of water. I will do another battle after I finish chapter 10. We will do this in order, but I do see that King has redeemed Nikki's revenge once more. I see you, my children. As for the Aether Core question, I'm not 100% certain. Because I think MC is born with an inherent power. And I think the Aether Core was the initial fragments that are within her heart. I think were put in her by Ever, but I think there's something else at play that makes her unique. And I think a lot of that has to do with her natural evol and her skill being resonance and her ability to align herself with various metaflux levels and energy signatures and evols and use them. I think that makes her unique. I think that puts her in an interesting position, and why she is able to handle not only the Aether Core, but eventually the Spatium Core that she consumes or assimilates. It's why she pulls it off and remains normal with no fallout while others don't. So, but here's the thing. They're also manufacturing protocores. So I think they're trying to make synthetic Aether Cores. And I'm not certain whether they're making synthetic Aether Cores based on the Aether Core that could possibly have naturally been in MC or something else. I think that she has a connection with the boys through other means, not necessarily protocores. But I'm not 100% certain. It's an interesting theory on whether, and it's a very interesting question to ask, whether the Aether Core that is within MC is her own Aether Core or another's Aether Core. Because her trade-off with each of the boys isn't an Aether Core. Although the hinting of MC and Sylus has to do with pairing and their souls. Rafayel is wrapped up in her heart. And then her ability to resonate has allowed her to aid Zayne in his evol stability. But she's not sharing an Aether Core with Xavier. So I'm not 100% certain, honestly. Well, from what the story has told us and what it's implied, Aether Cores are born from planets that are dying, is my understanding. And I mean, that's part of the reason why Xavier's and the backtrackers are doing what they're doing, because they were trying to go to a specific point in time when the planet was dying so they could pluck the Aether Core out of that moment without, you know, the sustainable harvesting of dead planets. But I'm not 100% certain, honestly. But it could be, Kara, to your point, I think it's very interesting, protocore, Aether Core's souls, that souls are involved, because you do have protocores that drop when wanderers die. And the question is, what are wanderers? Now, we have the wanderers that are being manufactured from the protocore syndrome, but are those quote-unquote synthetic wanderers? Where are the original, what gave birth to the original wanderers is the other question. Because wanderers didn't appear until the chronoshift catastrophe and the Deepspace tunnel opened up. So where did those original wanderers come from? And then we've got the wanderers and abominations that are being born from the artificial protocores that Ever's been creating. So there's a whole lot happening in terms of organic versus synthetic. I don't know how to define it. But the long and the short of it is Ever is fucking everything up. Is the long and the short of it. Okay. Let us hit chapter 10 here. Let's finish this out and then we can do some more discussion. And I will do some battle. I found Caleb again, and yet the familiar person from my memories has been eaten away by some indiscernible hidden pain. Only fragments remain. The night sky above Skyhaven is clear. Thank you for the reminder to hydrate, Charter. I sincerely appreciate you. Where was I? The night sky above Skyhaven is clear, but all its secrets are somewhere in the bottomless, unfathomable depths of his eyes. The night before he left, I dreamed about our childhood. I dreamed of Caleb and me running down the street, skipping class, grabbing ice cream, and reading comic books. And I dreamt of that day when we held hands and became part of each other's lives.
Remember this. From now on, I'll always be by your side. It's okay. I'll always be there for you, and I won't hurt you. Why are you crying here by yourself? Who bullied you? It's okay. I'll avenge you. Hold my hand. You won't have to worry about losing your way when I'm here.
That grown man trying to sound like a 5-year-old. Oh, Caleb's voice actor is going through it. The contrail left by the fleet ship splits the sky. It's like a line between dreams and reality. Rays of light pierce the clouds and bring the world back to a new sunny day. On the main runway, fleet ships are ready and waiting for their colonel to give the signal. It feels like whenever we say goodbye, I'm always sending you off.
I guess it won't be a painful experience this time.
Oh, stop pouting. His hand moves, probably to ruffle my hair, but he hesitates. His arm soon falls to his side.
All right. I'll be going now.
Yeah. I lower my head, a lump forming in my throat.
Make sure you eat on time. Look after yourself.
Caleb turns around, his back disappearing as it gets farther and farther away. The fleet ships take off and disappear into the sky, becoming specks in the distance.
I was so bored without you. I almost became a shriveled up peach. By the way, Jenna mentioned you were at Skyhaven for a wedding, but what kind of wedding lasts that long?
Oh, you know, my old friend is...
My boss is calling. Let's catch up later.
I end the call and put my phone back into my pocket. That's when I notice there's a strange object in it. Huh? When did this... I take it out to get a closer look under the sun. It's an old yellow piece of paper with a kid's handwriting. Forgiveness coupon for Caleb, valid for 100 years. Holding it, I feel a wave of sadness, like bubbles ready to burst, erupt from the depths of my heart. Caleb, you dummy. I can't figure out what's real or fake with Caleb. What I know for sure is that this person who's important to me, I don't want to lose him a second time. The Far Space Fleet has the spatium core fragment, and with that, the chapter on the explosion incident draws to a close. However, Mia's fate is enshrouded in mystery, and Kevy's future is uncertain with that chip. This isn't an ending, but the beginning of another story. An invisible web has been cast with the Aether Core acting as a lead ball. As a lead ball. As a result, it has created a gravitational field that's as strong as a black hole. Even the Far Space Fleet myself, who knows how many more pieces are being pulled in. Either way, they're slowly or quickly rolling into a void. The Turing chip, the Fountain of Otome, those patients turned into monsters via experiments. Everything seems to lead back to one source, the professor who's lurking in the shadows. In the heart of Skyhaven's main island, opposite the Aerospace Center, are rows and rows of new buildings that pop up recently. Inside one of them, researchers are scurrying around with papers and walking into different labs. They're preparing to announce the biggest breakthrough of the century, so there's no room for mistakes. Caleb silently stands in the elevator as it climbs to a non-existent floor that can only be accessed with special clearance. The doors slide open, and he walks down a gray corridor and toward an arched door. A device with a faint green light scans his eyes, then the door quietly opens. Before him, a scene unfolds. It's vastly different from the dull gray and white of his surroundings earlier. A seemingly endless expanse of lush green trees stretches out under a glass dome and shiny silver roof.
First, we went ahead and recycled those abandoned flux nexuses. Then, we paid the N109 zone a visit to get info on Onikinus. Our Skyhaven gig is almost over. Where's our next stop? We practically spoiled Ever, and those old people in the fleet. We're like their personal hitmen.
Does he ever stop talking?
Don't think I won't beat you up because you're a kid.
The answer is no.
You two, stop arguing. The professor said we're family, and families are all about love and kindness.
Viper leans against a massive tree. He puts his hands behind his head as he grumbles to himself. The other two are sitting nearby, a little boy and a girl wearing a black dress.
Where's Mr. Overprotective? Did he check in on his little hunter girl again? Healthy relationships are ideal, but the twisted ones, that's where the drama...
Before he can even finish, his head is made to spin 180 degrees. He finds himself staring into that brooding gaze. What's more frightening is that this person is genuinely smiling at him.
Your attempts to mess with me are lacking in creativity. Ah!
Where's the professor?
Inside! And can't you at least put my head back in place before you go?
A small mechanical bug flies in. It perches on his finger for a second before darting into the vegetation.
14 years ago, Josephine and her team defected. They kept quiet about that kid being the best test subject. The Gaia Research Center was destroyed during the Chrono Rift catastrophe, and then the N109 zone took over. With Onikinus and those gangs around, retrieving their old experimental data and equipment is not an easy thing. Josephine and her researchers have been using fake names for years and kept this achievement of theirs a secret. But our investigation has paid off. Not to mention, Josephine and her traitors got what they deserved.
That means you found the child who disappeared back then.
From what we've seen and how she's been acting, her powers haven't activated yet.
The man with salt and pepper hair glances to the side. The youngster has entered the room.
Compared to that broken thing, I'm a weapon perfectly primed forever.
Caleb calmly looks up and stares at the hologram in the air. It displays a massive hospital ward. In the darkness, there's a figure who's barely visible.
I've been waiting for many years.
The man on the hospital bed finally peeks out of the gloom. Half of his face is on the thinner side. His skin is so pale that it's almost transparent, and his voice carries the weight of pure fatigue.
So, don't make me wait anymore.
Of course.
Watch the man in the bed be the sixth LI. After the man mentions a few key points, Caleb nods and walks into the lush green scenery. All is quiet. Then Professor Lucius raises his head, his gaze fixed on the hologram materializing in midair.
The Fountain of Otome will be put into motion, and Ever will soon reveal its revolutionary vision to the world. We'll track down the missing child, but now isn't the best time.
He glances at the figure who's long vanished into the verdant vegetation, his gaze lingering on his right arm. There, hidden beneath the surface, lies the price Caleb paid to be brought back to life.
At least it will be before he becomes completely useless.
The human body is far too fragile, but by surrendering warmth and sensation, even the simplest modifications can transform flesh and bone into unyielding machinery. Electric currents will course through the neural network, numbing everything, taking control of everything, until they completely replace him, turning him into a weapon, perfectly crafted for the task. The old man smiles at the thoughts, anticipation glinting in his eyes. He looks forward to the day it happens. In a forest where shattered stars rest, a crystalline pool appears, as if infused with the wine of life. It's clear yet murky. Young traveler, do not drink from it. Lost lover, do not drink from it. But when flowers wither in their sleep, when wind falls silent, when the vigilant owl closes its eyes, only then can you drink deep of these waters. Let the dead sing, O fountain of Atai, cleanse my time, nourish my flesh, spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. Spare me from the loneliness of eternal rest. And that is the end of Homecoming Wings. So as you can see, we've got the implication about Caleb's arm, which comes into play in Painful Signal. We've got the implication about the chip being implanted, the price of life. Can we replay what? The entirety of Homecoming Wings? Darling, if you'd like to see Homecoming Wings, you can check out the live streams, because these are recorded. But I do have an interesting question for all of you. Now, my plan... What are you wearing? I didn't even pay attention. Sylus, honey, I have no words for the decisions you have made. Baby. Dragon of my heart. What? We're gonna go back over here. So my initial plan was to go that we'd work our way through. So we'd start Death and Rebirth next week with Absurdity Unfolds, and each week we do a chapter that seems to be roughly how long it's taking us to get through each of these chapters. So, and that gives us 8 weeks to get through the main story. But before we go on to Death and Rebirth, here is my question. Caleb is very unique as a love interest because he, like Sylus, one of their limited solars, their myth, is actually present day. So the question I posit to all of you is this. Do we go into Death and Rebirth next week? Or do you want me to go into... Well, no, because we didn't do that for Sylus. Because I could have gone in and done Captivating because his stuff is present as well. So no, we'll stick to my original plan. Never mind, scrap that. So the plan is we will go through Death and Rebirth to our yesteryear, and then then we'll go to, I was thinking of starting through the myths after we finish the main story, is where I was thinking of going. And that we would play through the myths together. So, and we can decide who we would like to start with. I have no preference. I love all the solars, all the myths. They're so well done. But we can.
I saw a dress with the night sky stitched over a river. I ordered one for you. It'll be sent once the measurements are correct.
Thank you, darling. I'm still trying to survive what you're wearing. Yes. Okay, I am. So, things that will be covered on Voidside Chats, just to, because I'm seeing some questions here. We are doing the main story first. We're going to go through the main story.
The oranges disappeared from the table. Really? You don't know? But your fingers smell just like them.
Okay, I'm gonna put the story back on because I forgot you're a chatty person. And then we're gonna shift over to the myths. So doing all the solars. And then I want to go through all the 5-star lunars with all of you. And then I definitely want to do the anecdotes together, the world underneath together. And we can go from there. I don't know if you would be interested in doing the various tender moments together. We could do a stream because the tender moments aren't as long as the memories, but we could do a stream where we pick a boy and do his tender moments and discuss things that we've learned and just enjoy just have a nice cozy little stream about that. But that is my intention with this, is that we will be doing anecdotes, we'll be doing world underneath, we'll be doing all of it. Secret times are going to be awkward, but we can definitely do that together. But yeah, so I'm thinking of doing, Kara, I'm thinking doing the modern myths first. So like we could get to the end, do to our yesteryear, and then start with either Caleb or Sylus. But if you want, we could next week, if you think it would make sense, instead of going into Death and Rebirth, we could do Caleb's modern myth. Although we didn't do that with Sylus. But I think I want to do the main story first and then go back through and work through. But we would definitely start with the modern myth. So we would do Caleb or Sylus or Xavier, because Lumiere takes place in present day. So, and I don't know if any of you... Yeah, you were talking about after the main story. Okay, Kara, that's what I thought. We could do silent poem. I mean, I feel like I should put something on right now because Caleb's story is just so heavy. I'm curious, what put in the chat for me, what solar cards are you all missing? Like if I were to start with the myths, where would you want me to go first? Luigi, you're not the only one. I found that there are several people who have skipped over the anecdotes. All of the second myths. Okay, here, hold on. Let's make this easier for me to know. Let's start with Xavier. So Xavier's myths are Dark Knight, Lumiere, and Lightseeker. So Lightseeker is part of the base game, so everybody should have Lightseeker. I don't know if you played Lightseeker, but you at least should have it. Raph's second myth you don't have. So Raph's second myth, God of Tides. Neko, is that what you mean by his second myth? You don't have God of Tides? Okay, God of Tides. Kara, you don't have Lightseeker. Ty, you don't have Zayne or Sylus, but you have the other boys. Okay, then we're definitely... Okay, so then what I'll do is after we finish the main story in 8 weeks, so once we finish the main story, I'll shift over to myths, is what I'll do. And we will... I will put a poll. Yes, I will put a poll on the Love and Chick Space channel first to have people vote for which of the love interests you'd like to do first, and then we'll go from there. And I think we'll trade off. So we'll do one at a time. We'll do one Caleb, and then we'll go and do one Zayne, and then we'll do Sylus or Rafayel or Xavier. So we'll trade them off, so we give each boy their due. And then I know there has been some discussion about Caleb's third myth dropping. Oh, Neko, thank you so much for following. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you for wanting to stick around. But yes, so there has been talk about Caleb's third myth, and so here's my question to all of you. Would you genuinely be interested in me streaming Caleb's third myth? In that, do you want to see my polls? Or, because there's been some of you have asked me about this. So do you want me to just make a day of it? We just show up with drinks and snacks, I'll poll for it, and then we'll play. Is that it? Okay, I could do that. I didn't know if anybody would be interested in me actually pulling for these things. But I could do a poll. We could do polls and playthrough. You can listen to me yell at Carter. That's fine. Absolutely, Kara. We can go over the myths together. I'd love to do that. We will go over all the myths together, and when Caleb's third myth drops, whenever that is, we will do an emergency. I will do a special stream for that. And we will pull Caleb's myth, and then as soon as I have both cards, we can, oh my God, the Void Coven. We've created a coven. Oh no, what's happening? And you'll get to see my absolute, you will see me probably sob my way through this. But yeah, I can put together a stream for that. And we can absolutely do that. Hold on, I got a text. Nikki's internet died, y'all. So she has been able to get back in. The Void Coven. Void Coven. I'm gonna lose it. Oh God, y'all. You guys cracked me up. Oh, Nikki will hear about all of this. Don't you worry, folks. And I'm certain you all can tell her about the Void Coven on my next streams. Since I'm now streaming, how many times a week am I streaming? 4? Yeah, because there's the new. For those of you who don't know, by the way, I started a new stream on Mondays where I am. It's a chill, cozy little RPG stream that we're doing together, and I decided to show off some of my favorite RPGs that I grew up on, and also the RPGs that kind of started my little harem heart. So we're working on Dishonored at the moment. I just launched Dishonored, but we'll be playing games like Mass Effect and Dragon Age and Horizon and Ghost of Tsushima, and I mean, it's just pick a narrative, and I'm gonna lose my mind over it. So that's now on Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. And then we're doing my Void Side chats on Tuesday. And then I have my little Void Snack stream on Thursday, which we're doing Bendy and the Dark Revival right now. And then Saturdays, I decimate my sanity and my heart rate on Midnight Masochism. So yeah, that's 4. I have 4 streams now. Luigi, that's totally fair. If you like to join, you're always welcome, but I totally understand having to bow out because you want to have the experience yourself first. That's absolutely valid. But yes. And in general, I mean, I know we're talking about Caleb's third myth, but would you all just in general, are you interested in like seeing me pull for things when they happen, the solo banners and things, or just the myths? Because I'm happy to give the people what they want. But I didn't know what you'd be interested in. And I'm happy to hang out. You like watching polls in general, no matter what? Carrie, you're fine without the polling? That's fair too. I never know, because sometimes polls are very interesting and sometimes polling can be very boring, especially when Carter's being a dick and wants to hard pity you to hell and gone. But as for the playthrough of the cards, that'll definitely happen. Yeah, don't let RNG Jesus smell the desperation on us. I forgot I did that. I forgot that I streamed, that was my, God, that was one of my very first streams I ever did, was the polling for Vampire Sylus. Oh, the hard pities were vicious for Caleb's. But yeah, so when we finally have some sort of confirmation for Caleb's third myth, I will put together a stream that we can hang out on. And we'll pull, we'll play the card, we'll do all the things. We'll have some fun. Very fair, Luigi. The reruns do help. Thank God they decided to start doing reruns for cards. Especially since I need to... Y'all do not understand how much it hurts me that I'm missing certain Sylus cards. Like, I do not have Grassland Romance. I don't have Radiant Brilliance. I don't have Lost Oasis. And I don't have No Defense Zone. And it hurts my soul on so many levels that I'm missing those 5 stars for him. Especially Grassland Romance. Oh my God, I want that card. Okay, I appreciate your honesty. I really do. Like, the only one I have 100% right now, like... The only one I have 100% right now is Caleb, when it comes to memories. I have all of his memories. 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, got them all. Sylus is at, I think he's in the 90%. Yeah, 91%. Yeah, so I'm missing those 4, and then I really need them to rerun this promise card. I need No Way Out. Oh, bless Lavender. Lavender is absolutely the MVP. If I'm missing something, I go to Lavender to watch and find out. Like, big fan of Lavender. And bless them for putting all the cards up online so that for those people who can't afford or missed certain events, they can still get to I mean, I need the card for a lot of reasons. Oh, yay! I'll let Nikki know, Neko. I kept telling her she needed to make a Protocol School series. Like, there's a whole battle playlist that has all her Protocol stuff and her battle guides. And she just released King of Dark Knight, actually, on working with that companion. But I'll let her know about that. That's so cool. I'm glad you were able to find the podcast and the channel. I think that both Nikki and I have shouted out Lavender in the past. I think it was in season 1 of the podcast. But yeah, I just need to take a minute. Look, everybody, I cleared out my lines. I have 149 out of 160 for Sylus. Do you know how hard it was to delete out lines? I mean, listen to this.
Good girl.
I mean, I'm sorry. This line right here. This line.
Beg for it, kitten. A sincere request will let you get a taste.
I'm sorry, I need to go sit down. Like, the first time I heard that line, it yanked my head around so fast. Hold on, let me... Oh, you didn't hear it once more? You were doing something? 1 second, hold on.
Beg for it, kitten. A sincere request will let you get a taste.
Y'all, this 4-star card. This 4-star card. Took me the fuck out. Let's see. Shall we... Do y'all just want to see what I have saved for Sylus right now? Is that what this is? Let's see. What else do I have saved for him? Ah, yes. All right. We will end this podcast on me sharing some Sylus lines. Here we go.
I'm greedy. I want more. And I want it to last.
As an FYI, not all of my lines are horny. I just want to make it clear. It's also about his delivery, y'all.
A bet is a bet. You must uphold it.
That line is so good! How can you not? That line is so good. Kara. Oh yes, Kara. You and Nikki are of the same. Like, you just want to fight him and then he can take care of me.
It will all be yours.
Was there any way I wasn't gonna save that line from Primordial Chaos? The tongue clicking! I mean... Let's see. I'll just keep going.
If you agree to stand by my side, my loyalty, my power, and everything else that's mine. If you wish to know of matters more absurd than death, I'll grant your wish. Indulge yourself to your heart's content, my dearest wife.
I'm just gonna go lay down now.
From the moment we're born to when we breathe our last, we shall inevitably walk the same path.
Like, indulge yourself? I'm sorry, what?
Don't leave me.
I'm never gonna leave. You would have to pry me off his back. Like...
What if what it wants is for me to completely devour you?
They're not paying Sylus's voice actor enough, is all I'm saying. Hey! Oh my god! Oh, I love this line. This is one of my favorite lines from Death and Rebirth.
Your ambition means too much to me. I won't let it fade away so easily.
Such a good line.
It just depends on whether you're willing to give it to me.
It's just so good.
One man's hell is another man's paradise.
Kara, what's an AI voice channel?
Oh, you can definitely afford it.
Let's see, what other fun lines? Here, let's go back to the scroll all the way to the beginning. There we go. This is a great
Have I
line.
underestimated your determination or overestimated your intellect?
No, that's such a flawless Sylus line.
You get your cupcake, I get mine.
Oh god, when he did this in Turing in Love, when he read this poetry. Oh, Kara, really? Like, listen to this. I don't know how many of you participated in the Turing in Love event, but this took my heart.
We part and meet again and again. Heavy hearts with little laid bare. The weight in my chest is hard to name, while your doubts fill the air. In this fleeting moment, freedom's wings are bound. And that moment has long since vanished, never to be found. Like lightning that strikes and is gone in a breath. Like fine snow falling to a river, meeting its death. Like light pouring over the tide, only to be swallowed where shadows hide.
Let's see. Zayne lines. Let's see what I have saved.
I can satisfy you.
Oh, I loved this one.
Here's the deposit. As for the rest of your compensation, what kind of play are you putting on this time?
Oh.
You alone are enough. Yes. Hello. I'm Zayne the Penguin. I'm happy I could meet a fellow penguin here in Lincoln City.
I'm Zayne the Penguin. Let's see, Caleb lines. Let's see.
It's good to be a little feisty. So even when I'm not around, you won't let anyone treat you like a pushover.
Oh, this line for Caleb.
Little seagull in my next life. Promise me you won't disappear again.
That one broke my heart for Caleb. Oh, and this one from Lucid Dreams.
Coward.
Oh, the way he says it. What was that, Pipsqueak? Let's see. Raffikins, I know I recently purged your lines.
So you do remember. Do you know what time it is? It's been 800 years. Jellyfishes are walking naked. Sea turtles climb trees. Sharks are eating grass for free. And finally you remembered me. Any later and I would have been discharged from the hospital already.
Followed by...
Don't say it. Hold it in and swallow.
So good.
You should catch that naughty lobster so she won't run around before she recovers.
My Rafayel lines are so random.
You're such a tease. Gotcha, cutie. Really, cutie? Just one hug?
Some of it, it's the delivery and the emotion in Rafayel for me that draws me to his lines. What do I have for Xavikins?
My only important person disappeared. Was I not supposed to look for you?
Lord, this one.
The color of your lips suits me best.
He says it so fucking straight-faced. The color of your lips suits me best. I'm sorry. Xavier, honey. Where did that come from?
So you can blush even while in a dream. The phrase ulterior motives is written all over your face, though. You know me. When I see something worth treasuring, I like to capture it with my eyes.
So good. So good. But yes, so. All right, my children. So we have a plan of attack.
Already? Should we pick up from where we left off with that song?
Ideally, possibly. So, next week, we will be starting Death and Rebirth. I hope you're all excited for that. Yes, I do like the different music themes for each one. It was such a nice little touch. Yes, King, excited is definitely one word for it. You only catch the end because the tour. Yeah. Shameless plug. Yes, thank you, Caleb. King, I shall do a shameless plug. By the way, y'all, if you have enjoyed this stream and are unhinged neck of the woods, just as a reminder, I have a little podcast with my best friend called Love and Chick Space. We're a fan podcast for Love and Deep Space. We cover everything from event reactions to banners to gacha mechanics, battle lore, battle strategy, lore, character analysis, random ass tangents about lobsters and their feelings before they die. We're a fun little crew here over at Love and Chick Space. So if you're a person who's down for random chaos, a little unhinged fun, some well-meaning educational material, come and hang out. We're a little crazy. We're a little nutty, but we're cute. And outside of that, we are gamers at hearts. So if you're down for gamer girls and want to hang out, we stream all week. Nikki's got her cozy streams with Kitty Cards and Crane Games on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Or if you want to watch how amazing she is at fighting games and the ability to dodge and parry, Nikki streams on Mondays and plays Claire. She's doing Expedition 33 right now, actually. So that all her streams are 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. And she also has her battle stream on Saturdays. And if you've got questions, she's got answers. So definitely check out her battle streams on Saturday if you are having any issues with the Senior Hunt Contest, with the Deepspace trials, anything of that nature. I don't do battle. So if you want to hang out with me again, I play RPGs on Monday, and I play horror and mystery games on Thursdays and Saturdays. We're a fun time. No alcohol required. Honestly, we're a little surprised that we are sober with half the shit we're saying. But yeah, so like, subscribe, follow, do all those fun things. And I do see that we have a harem application. Yes, the trailer for Love and Deep Space is so good. I still have not seen the original trailer with Xavier. I need to go back. I remember you mentioned that once before, Kara, and I keep meaning to do it. I need to go look that up. Actually, why don't I? Yeah, I need to go look that up. But yes, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Twitch. We're a little wild on Twitch. But we're fun if you want to come hang in the Twitch chat. There's channel rewards, there's stream loot cards, there's a whole bunch of shenanigans. And I promise King doesn't bite too hard. If anything, come help Frost. Frost is being held kidnapped in the Twitch chat. Thank you to always to everybody who joins, to Kara and Laquan and to Luigi for chatting. Thanks to my YouTube crew. Thanks to my Twitch crew, Miz and Frost and King, and welcome Neko to the it's fun little family. Davina, as always, for taking care of me and making sure that I drink water. And then a harem application was put in. Who was the harem application for? Who are we submitting harem application for? Because it wasn't King, so I know it's not King trying to get me to see the light on Viper, which is never going to happen, King. Love you. Never gonna happen. Viper is denied. Davina, you are submitting yourself to be in my harem? Is that what I'm seeing, Davina? You want to be part of my harem? No, what I was asking, so Davina, who are you submitting for an application for the harem? Is it one of the boys? Is it Viper? Who are you submitting as the application? But if Davina, you know what? If Davina, if you are submitting yourself to apply to be a part of my harem, you can make your case in the chat. Caleb's absolutely a part of my harem. There is no way Caleb is not a part of my harem. Look at this man. Look at this man. This man he's competent, he's loyal, he's protective. He's an amazing little puppy with a whole lot of switch energy. And he's so sweet and clever. I mean, the guy makes models, which means he's good with his hands. And if he's good with his hands, well, good times are happening, let me tell you. Also, I appreciate a man who can just casually kill another human being who is threatening me. It's just, so good. You all are crazy. Oh my God, you're so crazy. And he cooks. The man cooks. The man cooks and he likes to cook. And he's fiscally responsible. No, King, I will never delete that because it's a joy. Frost, honey, here. Because you've suffered so greatly, Frost, we can go out with one last thing. I will give you dealer's choice for Zayne, because I know you're a Jasmine. Choose your secret times. Which secret times would you like to listen to, darling? End of depths, forest slumber. Would you like to listen to silent poem? See, what have I unlocked for the basic stuff? I'm still working on my affinity. Oh, the car ride. Oh, yes. Which one is the car ride? I think it's Sudden Rain. I think it's this one.
Fortunately for us, it didn't rain this afternoon. The trip you planned would have been ruined otherwise. I bought an extra one at the supermarket. It's brand new, and I haven't used it yet. Try your hair. Yes, Dr. Joel. Tomorrow's consultation has been moved to an earlier date? Understood. Yes, we are on our way back. Don't worry. Did I say we? It's nothing. I'll be there in time. That works. Goodbye. I told you to dry yourself off, yet all you did was laugh and distract me. Come closer. Let me help you. Don't forget to wipe the water off your neck. You wouldn't want to catch a cold. Stop squirming. Are you still not used to this? You should start getting used to it from now on. Cover yourself with my coat. Don't take it off until you feel warm enough. Are you comfortable with this temperature? Good. Make sure you're buckled in. It's a traffic jam.
There are multiple traffic jams ahead due to torrential rain. Please be patient and drive safely.
I suppose we have to wait. We've been out the whole day. Are you tired? Take a nap. Recline your seat first. The button is to your right. Can't find it? It's here. This is for adjusting the headrest. Lean back. I'll do it for you. Do you feel comfortable? A little higher then. Done. Keep the coat on. I'll turn down the thermostat. I'm not cold. I'll play something soothing to help you sleep. I wouldn't say I'm a big fan of it. I play this soundtrack when I need to catch up on sleep in the car. It works well. Still can't fall asleep. Shall I hold your hand? Once the car moves, I'll have to let go. It's all right. Hold on to it for now. Are you still awake? You're sleepy, but can't fall asleep. You can talk then. You said talking to me helps you fall asleep, did you not? Indeed, there have been times when I couldn't fall asleep. What was on my mind when I lost sleep, you ask? I thought about how the snowmen we built on the windowsill might melt. I got up to move them into the freezer. I also thought about how I hadn't finished the dessert you bought me, and how it wasn't going to taste as good the next day. Then I started to wonder whether you remembered to close the window before you slept. The weather forecast said it was going to rain that night. I thought about the dangerous mission you were on that day. I hoped I wouldn't see you at the hospital the day after. That's all. Sleep tight. I lied. I never planned to let go of your hand. Good night. We'll be home when you wake up. However, if you don't want to go home, I'll keep driving to wherever the road takes us.
That is probably one of my favorite secret times for Zayne. Excellent choice, Frost. Okay, that's adorable. Please drive safely. He is so sweet and so cute. He's so husband-coded. I love it. I so love it. Of course, Frost, you suffered greatly. You deserved a reward. Though now I feel like I'm going to be ending all my lad streams now, my Void Side chats with, and now we go to a secret time. And don't think I didn't see you horn dogs in the chat being silent, Poem. Oh my goodness. All right, everybody. Thank you again, as always, for joining our little Void Side chat. I see we've created we've learned a lot today. We've created a coven. There's now a Void Coven. Nikki thinks y'all have lost it, but thinks it's hysterical. She also wants to know what her position in the coven is. Look me in the eye and say that to me. Oh, so you all, you crack me up. I adore you all so much. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. Oh, I will see you all next week for Death and Rebirth. I may see some of you on the other streams, but as always, thank you to my Twitch crew. Thank you to my YouTube family. You showing up to my streams and hanging out with me is always such a joy. I look forward to it every time. So, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. And I will see you in the void.